Right, ABC 123 and hello everyone. Whosoever everyone may be in this case, and welcome to I suppose is my perennial situation at this point, which is actually not missing the weekend streams that I'm supposed to be doing as per my thing, but I'm doing them at a somewhat inordinately late hour, but that's kind of to be expected too at this point, because during the weekend is when I have the guessing games that I keep talking about, and they usually end around this hour, or a little bit earlier, so it's probably gonna become a thing. Which means that I'm probably gonna end up, well, a more officially thing, I guess, as opposed to an implicit thing that turns out to be something that happens constantly, but that I don't necessarily have explicitly planned. Which means that I might actually end up having slightly shorter streams on the weekend, which means that the game that I currently have on the bracket for the weekend might not be the best choice. But independently of that, I think we're going to continue with it. And we'll see. Because we might need a bit of a different focus for it, but let's see. Let's go to the actual capture scene. Let's restart this real quick to make sure there's no audio strangeness going on. And let me use the volume slider on iTunes to very slightly fade out this music so I can actually stop it for the time being. And actually start the game. We are returning to Xenoblade Chronicles X. And I'm thinking that maybe, just maybe today I might actually attempt to do something with the plot as opposed to just doing a bunch of side content, which I can't even keep track of how long I've been doing that in the past several streams where I play this game. Probably the majority of them. Let's see exactly how that goes, because I'm thinking that since I'm at, if I don't recall, or if I do recall correctly, versus dead. We'll never get over that, but if I do recall correctly, the last time we were playing, we were almost to the top of the of being able to max out whatever class we were in. Up rank for that, so it shouldn't take that long to do it with a little bit of grinding right now, and once I do that I think I'll actually shift things around, because let me see what it is right now. I'm pretty sure you can see that right at the bottom there, but there you go. Rank is 9 and current rank progress is 68 of 138. And there you go, it's about halfway in the bars at the bottom. I actually have to go a screen. I'm actually not entirely sure what we could do right now to put that off or not. I can definitely start chapter 6 right now, and I vaguely remember that maybe, just maybe, I actually went and said that we would do that immediately whenever I played this next to last time I played this, but I honestly don't remember. But maybe we got division spoils, and oh yeah, did you actually get the little highlighted icon on the gamepad when you actually are able to start a new plot thing. That's always gonna be there. Activity, spoils, maybe. It's division activity, isn't it? Division room. Let's one of these. Shall we grab 10,000 credits yet again, or a tensifier? Don't have any tensifiers. We have 6 of these. I guess we're gonna grab a tensifier for once. Guess we've never actually grabbed one of those, because I'm pretty sure that we've never used those. But I'm guessing, since I'm pretty sure you can't actually use items during battle, and it's you have to use that on the field. Yeah, let me see. Speaking of the gamepad, time for me to try and use that to look the map of, I don't know, administrative district. Okay, hold on. If I go to where I am, which is in here. well, I would say look at some of the other affinity missions that are in here, but those aren't even available right now. They have like really high requirements, both in the T and... Yeah, I don't know that there's actually going to be any affinity missions open to us right now. Take a quick look at the other districts here. I get the feeling that's not actually going to be the case, however. Pretty sure there's plenty of other more generic and inconsequential basic missions we can take care of right now. So check. Make sure I check district or residential, and now I am checking commercial, and yeah, that's we any yet to be completed affinity things, even though I'm pretty sure that the map is not exactly that reliable. In that regard, as I've learned recently, you're really better off just going to the actual screen and checking it for yourself. But, well, speaking of that, let's get out of here. We can go to the administrative district. Let's see if there's like any gathering basic missions that we can grab right now that we can basically just complete instantly because we already have everything that they ask for. Seems like the big brain move is to look for those first. Right time. Hey. In a minute now. Right, let's see. Items discounted. There are 11 centrifugal beam generators in Primordia. Apparently we're missing one to be able to... Cores from Grassy. That is... Oh man, we have two of these where we're missing one of the items that they asked for. That's... fortunate. Okay, we can get this one. I think there's gonna be a lot of these generic gathering requests, but hey, there was many of these possible right now. Gerbivores and Silverloom. 5 white Augustin. Silverloom is the one that's like across the sea, right? I'm not the Iris. I don't even know how easy it's gonna be to get like bounty quests over there. So I'll actually skimp out on those for the time being, just out of paranoia. Hold on, let's see what other bounties we have. Gerbivores, Novus. I mean, it might be a good idea to check some of those because we'd have to do some fighting anyway to fill up the max out the rank on the class that I was talking about and actually get started with something else. On 4 Sparrow at Seculus and Silverloom. Coldros, we haven't even been to Coldros yet. Okay, we'll grab these ones first. How many more can we grab? That one. Sparrow at Seculus. Ecosis actually can't take this one yet, or we could, but can't actually really complete it because we need to be able to get to Coldros, and we still have not gotten there, so I guess we'll leave the rest of these for, I don't know, we could, I guess, accept the ones that are almost complete. Oh, we've hit the limit, so let's complete a couple of them, I suppose. Recently, which is why I got them right away. See, apparently this also raises our affinity with whichever party members we have while they're active, so let me see. What kind of affinity levels do we have right now with Lynn and with Elma? Broken ones. We're at 4 stars, or not 4 stars, or nearly 4 hearts, I guess. Say more than 4 hearts affinity with Elma, so shit, maybe I should maybe I should actually let me start this again. Maybe I should actually try to have a party that's made up entirely of other people so that I can get more affinity with them as well, because doing that affinity with absolutely everyone else is basically non-existent here. I don't even have 1 heart. All the other characters that I can actually have in my party are party members. This guy, L. I had the feeling that L was gonna be at least 1 heart because I haven't been in the party for a while. That was good. This guy. Well, it's not gonna be that difficult to build up the affinity, which is good considering how many potential party recruits apparently are gonna have by the end of this game. I guess we'll keep at least these two super vanilla party members around, and just gonna look for Doug to recruit. I get the feeling we should recruit someone that we not only have a low affinity with, but also that we have a... what do you call it? That has, you know, a low level compared to other people so that we can raise that level. Let's see. Now I need to play the guessing game of trying to figure out where Doug hangs out. It's not there. I think it is in this district somewhere. Let's see. Get an affinity mission for him on the square that we're currently on. Probably haven't found here. Gwyn can be found there. Mission. Mission. Here we go. Found the thing. I don't have any Miran right now, do I? No. Okay, so according to the map, which you can't see, I guess you will never be able to see because it's the bed. Dog's supposed to show up, I'm guessing, in the hangar. That's really below where I am. This, how can I easily reach it just by jumping down here? Yeah, probably yes. Okay, there he is. What's this now? So, first the icon of the Celeste Deliverance Park in the residential district. Seriously, it was totally him. So this guy's here. I don't know if that's supposed to like alert you to a mission or something, but let's go ahead and recruit this guy too. I guess no, do confirm changes. Get thrown off of that, but let's see. What shall we take care of first? Let's go to our actual mission setup here to figure out this. Do we have anything that's actually highlighted right now? I don't think we do. No. Let's take a look at all of the actual basic missions we have available here right now. There's 6 phosphorus, 3 seeds, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna want to focus on the actual bounties now. But for this test hangar or whatever that is, I think I know where that is actually, but I don't know. Our mission, Mirage Scopes, Jade Serpos in Primordia. Let's follow this one first, I guess. How hard could it be, I say, even though I get the feeling that... oh, hold on. Is that the one that... I guess we might as well look at the map real quick. Because I just say, no, I think this is the one that I was thinking of. I say how hard could that be, but then I actually look at the map and I realize where it wants me to go, and I think that it's like that place near the north, like land bridge to Solum. And I'm pretty sure I already went there specifically looking for those enemies and I couldn't find any, so... what's something else? Other stuff. Slay Mesgan the Fairweathered. Violet Crystal, other Slay, Hunt Echo, Gearmivores. Okay, I think we've gotten to the ones that we've just now added to the thing. Sell them. Big bubbles in Primordia during the day. Okay, let's try this one. Well, we're gonna have to wait for the daytime, obviously, but let's see where in Primordia it wants me to go. It wants me to go to the west, the northwest, apparently. Let's go to Athens Site 103.
Hunters cheer 1, 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 bonus 1.
Hey, Redbear. Thank you for the 6 hunters cheer and the 1... bonus biddy that we got from that. And welcome to I still have no idea what I'm doing in this game. Let's see. And kill a pig.
I'm gonna go all out.
And go all out.
They're about to hit an all-time low.
This one again, blackout. That's right.
When I hit hard. Now we're
Oh, there we go.
and give that to them.
I was gonna lay into him anyway.
Forgot not to do single bits. Well, I mean, I think that adds more entertainment value. Also, I think we only got like... Actually, I don't know how much, many of those rank points we got out of that one under-leveled battle that we've done so far, but... We're at optimal rank number right now. But I'm thinking... Oh, it is currently during the day, hold on. It wasn't during the day when we teleported here, though, I thought. But hey, whatever, we need to hunt some very specific enemies here. Let's... well, there's one, apparently. Big Pabble.
Let's get on with it.
Let's get on with it.
Appreciate it.
I was gonna lay into him anyway.
They're about to hit.
Originally, in spite of the fact that I'm sure pretty much anything we do with them at this point, or to them at this point, is just overkill.
We got it. Let's move.
Okay. How many of them do we need to kill? 7. Alright, so... Should be fairly quick, and okay, we got 1 of rank point, or whatever those things are called. No idea
Let's get on with it.
the actual term for that is, but... Probably get more of them from, you know, the higher level stuff, but... Hey, we need to take off some...
We're on top of this now.
pretty... low rank thingies right now, so might as well just suck it up. Put in the grind. Oh no, I can't move. Not even sure why I wasn't able to move.
Nice work, y'all.
It looks like I'm not the only one who's getting
Let's get on.
extra class ranks from this.
Beating them just to be safe. They're about
Sure will. Beating them just to be safe. I can guarantee that at this point nothing I do can be marked as overkill.
When I hit hard. We win. Cover fire.
Alrighty.
Nice work, y'all.
Oh, that's nice work, yo. I don't know how I feel about the yo being said as opposed to like the completely overbearing Britishness of the voice acting in the first Xenoblade, but
Engaging. Lay down some fire for me. Look at this sitting duck. Fire now. Melee attack. When I hit hard.
but I'll pick this voice for a reason, for the actual player character. Cool. Alright, there we go. I'm guessing that part of that little jingle that I keep hearing at the end of every fight is to do with, not just with like people getting levels or class ranks or whatever, but also with the fact that we're making progress in our current objective. Well, we need to find 3 more of those things, so let's take a look around. It's not the pigus that we're after. Maybe we should move to a different area to where they can spawn. Let's see, because I think there are 2, yeah, there are 2 different areas that are actually marked on the map here for when you're tracking this objective, so we'll move across, and yeah, there's another big yellow puddle of marked territory over here. And, you know, it does look like it's a lake over here, so it would make sense for the lake, whatever they're called, Lake Papils, to be next to a lake. Oh no, it suddenly started raining. Yeah, sure hope this giant titan moose doesn't decide to get uppity at me. Guessing that maybe, just maybe, they would actually show up when it's raining. That seemed to be a thing with, what do you call it, with like bug-based enemies in Xenoblade 1, but apparently they will. Never mind. Oh shit. Well, here's the problem now, though. They need to not be this close to the water, because they're right on top of the water. We can't actually hit them. whatever. I guess we'll just attack them with...
Start one independence and cripple them further. That's
They're about to
Harrier.
hit an all-time low.
hit them with the normal gun moves.
When I hit,
And also this.
not yet. Engaging. Lay down some fire for me. You know. Look at this city.
Alright, I guess we're engaging even though I didn't actually engage that enemy yet. I'll totally fire up those melee attacks when the enemy is that far away. That seems like a smart strategy. I don't know, hit them with this move that uses up tension even though it's probably not the best idea, but whatever. Now we only need to destroy one more of those things, but what about this guy? Carano the Water Drake. Looks like it's basically the same kind of enemy as the other ones. The bugs that we just took care of, but it also looks like it might be a little bit difficult to be able to actually engage it from this distance. Or from any, like, dry land that might be near him, so maybe not. He'll just search for one of the other bugs instead. Just need to find one more, but apparently that might be the most difficult part of this whole thing. Oh, what if we pick a fight with one of these things, Rockpotamus, to switch it up a bit? Hey, there's one of those bugs that literally just spawned behind this thing when spawned behind this thing when I decided to engage it, basically.
Attack at range and let's clean up.
Look at this sitting duck.
Oh,
What's all this blood? We've got a way to go.
Bam! Nice work, y'all.
right, so where are we as far as we're at 76 of 138. Yeah, we're gonna have to go a little bit further to actually get all the stuff we need to clean up there, but yeah, this might be a problem if they're just gonna be spawning on top of the water here where we can't actually reach them. Okay. Can reach them from this far away. You only need to kill one more, so don't really have to put up with this technicality for that much longer.
Lay down some fire for me. Look at this sitting duck. Move in and do some damage. When I hit,
Okay. And I guess this time we actually can reach them with melee attacks, which is surprising.
they're about to hit an all-time low.
I'm about to wonder why I didn't hit them for more damage, but I suppose it's like whatever since it's debuff move and all that. Hey, we did it. We got a bunch of money, we got whatever that thing is on the left, and we got some limited blade plants.
Let's keep it up.
And of course we get all the crap that we got from killing the actual enemies, so... guess we can try something a little different this time, because let's see. Olivia... yeah, there are 3 things for Olivia. Got 8 Echo, Gerbivores, and Silverloom, White Ovis, and Silverloom, so... accelerators and Primordial, and apparently we've... oh, that's Gather. Said hunt. We have to go hunt a bunch of stuff in Silverloom. Let's actually transport ourselves over there, I guess, and see where we need to look for those things. It's apparently, okay, thankfully it's apparently right at the little southwest edge that peeks out from the rest of the continent, which is the only actual part of Silverloom that we've explored so far, so that works out. So what are the Gerbivores? Anyway, what are these things that we need to kill? Not those horsies, I'm pretty sure we've fought them in the past, and didn't go that way when we tried to fight more than one at a time. Hey, apparently fighting Pugilid is part of the thing. Squad tasks right now, hold on. Mechanoids, I guess mechanoids is what we're after. That thing. And we are somewhat adequately leveled, so why not? Let's actually try to take this thing out while we're at it.
Open fire! Now! Perfect fire! Melee attack! When I hit hard. Now we're being
I was gonna lay into him anyway.
Alright, just stab the hammer, big butt, and
Want to see me really do damage?
realize that apparently that gives you the greatest placement advantage, and then give your teammates the greatest placement advantage. Now we already took advantage of the melee attacks always, so I guess we will take our own initiative here. Well, that could have been better timed. Ooh. And now this thing's almost dead. Alright, so I'm gonna get the feeling that this is actually going a lot more smoothly now than whenever I played this last. It certainly feels that way for some reason, but alright, I killed one of the, I guess, 12 or more mechanoids, or whatever those are. They actually say mechanoids. Yeah, mechanoids. Here we go. I guess mechanoids is kind of a generic term, or it can be used as a generic kind of blanket descriptor for things in this context, but when I hear the word mechanoids, I just think of the creatures from the old Doctor Who serial, The Chase, that are like basically Daleks, except that they're actually robots instead of little blobs in tanks, and instead of having the Dalek shape, they're like big 20-sided dice. And they pretty much only showed up in one thing ever, because even though there were like 2 different movie versions that were produced with Peter Cushing of the Dalek stories from the first Doctor, but then I'm pretty sure that they were at least planning to make one more with the Chase. I don't know about another one with Dalek's Master Plan, which was like the other big Dalek story from the first Doctor's time, but I'm pretty sure that only the first 2 ever got made. Biological level 3, okay, that makes sense. What doesn't make sense though is I still have not identified the things that I'm supposed to be killing here. What are echo-germivores? Germivores. However you say that. These things are just not it, or are not it. Apparently a young Unifulge or Bonafulgia or whatever you say. However you say that. It's not bad enough that there's no pronunciation guide, but also they actually changed those names from the Japanese, so you can't just look at the Japanese to look what the actual pronunciation is, because it's something completely different. But hey, I got some Miranium while I was just running around. And I'm also getting a bunch of these blue shinies, so it is a somewhat fruitful expedition, at least. Now the Forfex are the crabs. I should make more of an effort to remember that. I think the Germi... Actually, come to think of it, aren't the Germivores those like weird flowers that pop out of the ground on you approach them? That's probably why I haven't seen any of them. Let's see if I can like find a patch of those very conspicuous petals, like right here. I think if I get close here, one of these might actually pop out and turn into one of those things, or not. There at least, but I'm pretty sure that I'm on the right track there. Oh shit. Hey, one of these things is actually a mini-boss. It's Blodolch the Chalcedony, or Chalcedony. I'm not gonna remember that guy's there. And there we go. First one. Echo Germivore. Actually, no, I was completely wrong. It's one of these things that it's like a flower for a butt. Pretty sure this thing keeps doing 180 flips. It's the smartest idea is just to keep tagging it from the side. Okay, there we go. Just gotta kill 7 more of those things. Oh boy. Well, those things also kind of look like some of the stuff that's stuck into the ground, so I guess it is a good idea to try to approach kind of suspicious parts of the background and see if they turn out to be the things that we're actually supposed to be fighting. Like for instance, here's another one. Oh, there's 2 of them here. Take a moment to recover. Alright. Guess I'll do it myself, even though I don't think I need the defense that badly. I'll tell you whatever. This whole voices, you need to take advantage of them at every opportunity. If you want to win the video game. Hey, that thing is back, but... Okay, never mind. Apparently I shouldn't have drawn attention to it because now it actually decided to come and attack us again. Well, I guess we're just gonna hang out back here and... Alright, yeah, wait for the melee attacks prompt. Alright, we aim to keep the rhythm going, even though apparently there's not gonna be that rate in this instance at destroying this gun in the middle. Oh shit. Oh shit, both because I noticed that the friggin' melee echo thing was Soul Voice was available just as that move became available. And because it turned to face me at the last possible moment, thus negating my damage bonus from the side attack, but... well, that's not the reason we came here. We came here to kill more of these things. There we go. No extra drops from that one that time ago, I guess, but we're half done with our quarry for this place, and we are at, what, 90 of 148. So I'm pretty sure that we're going at a slightly faster pace as far as... hold on. At least, yeah, there we go, focus on that guy. As far as getting the rank up, well, it makes sense that it would take a bit more of a time, considering that it's the final class rank for this class. Okay, now where are we attacking? Oh, that guy. I do need to take out as many of these guys as possible, so sure, I will totally be done with that stratagem. I hit more than one of these guys at once, I guess, maybe, possibly based on those damage numbers, but I'm not even sure. There are enemies ahead, that means you can't hit more than one. And there we go. I think we still need to kill one more, though, to complete the thing, yeah we do. So let's go on one final leg of our expedition here. Maybe we'll head a little bit further up to try and take out a few more of those bounties, but probably those things it looks like we're still getting the really basic thing from like bonus from... Oh shit. Not really bonus, just the basic numbers. To a rank, which is a thought that I finally brought myself to complete. Right, this is me using an aura, even though I really don't think it's that necessary in this instance. Today apparently using an aura was a good idea because that attack does more damage when combined with an aura. And we get some mechanical salvage, so there you go. Let's see, I guess we're gonna be doing a quick double back here, if only so we can... What are those? Oh, that's the final herbivore we need to go kill, but what are those things is what I'm trying to find out. Level 30 Tellurium Oxerve. What are those? Also mechanoids, I guess, maybe? Unless they're Lophids or Balainas, whatever those are. I feeling that they're supposed to be mechanoids, though.
Sure, you can do this the
I
hard
think
way.
that's some of the enemies that show up in this area. It's like prone scout things. Or whatever you want to call them.
So I'm allowed to go all out?
Oh shit. Hope we're not aggroing them by accident.
They're about to hit an all-time low.
I guess we missed them with that last attack somehow.
Shadow strike.
Starfall flame!
Oh, there we go. 100 Echo Herbivores on Cellular as requested. And we're like 2/3 of the way, or like 3/4 of the way to rank 10 with whatever this thing was called, Psycho something. I always forget. But I can check right now. Psychoraptor, there you go. As soon as we max that out, I'm gonna be trying out something different. But for now, let's see. I guess we can look at one or more of these missions. Like, which one of these that we have left is gonna be the quickest one? 5 Ovis or 4 Sparrow at Siglas. Let's look for this one. Let's see, how far do we need to go? Might have to go a little bit far, actually. Hold on. I guess this could be an opportunity for me to get more teleportation sites. So let's head a little bit deeper here into Silverlum. Let's not pick a fight with the Polian Lepics, even though we're, I guess, well on our way to around level 30, which I think, unless I'm very much mistaken, I keep bringing this up, but I think level 30 is basically halfway to the level cap in this game. Alright, so I think we already said that, set a probe there, didn't we? Yeah. That side's already accounted for. However, if I keep going east from here, which would be in this direction. And then... And then after going east for a while, go back up north. I should be able to find something else, but... Oh, what's this? Is it another base camp that I didn't actually go to yet? Yes. Needle Rock. I'd like the Needle Rock in Wind Waker, I wonder. Bismuth Sea Dome. Oh, whatever those things are, apparently they don't have our own sites, so that's nice. From proximity. Guess that's the Needle Rock, or maybe that's also the Needle Rock, I don't know. Aesthetically, this place kind of reminds me of the swamp from the first Xenoblade, but not so much geography-wise, but hey, some of the things that we were searching for are apparently right here. South Seal Sand Sea. White Ovis, these are level 27, which are actually a little bit above our pay grade right now. Could like try and pick a fight with one of them and see, just to see what happens. Hold on, like Yeah, we are right next to the... to one of the probe sites, so...
My turn.
what could possibly go wrong?
Killing machine.
Apparently the level difference doesn't really mean anything with this particular enemy. Oh dear. Well, we will just as soon as a better opportunity for that. Well, this boy's lasting a little longer than some of our other attacks, or some of our other opponents have so far, but doesn't seem to be that much of a threat to us at that. Jay would do that if not for the, I don't know, I'm kind of reluctant to use the tension cost moves at this point. Maybe I shouldn't be. Hey, we got a couple more things. Level up. And I think fighting these things actually gives a little more, of a yield on the crap that we're missing, so might as well keep it going, for at least a little bit. Or did you topple them? Well, I just moved in to do some damage, so I can't do that twice in a row. Not with this build, at least. Alright. Didn't make that big of a difference, but... well, I guess I will weaken them. Or try to weaken them. For some reason I feel like that move didn't quite come out right. Oh shit, that guy actually is in trouble. And once again I say I admitted myself in spite of the fact that that affects everyone, so it's really not a big deal. Did we aggro the other dude yet? Alright, here's your heals, Mr. Level 18. Oh shit, oh hey, there we go, one of them died. Is this one dying faster for some reason than the smaller one? Kind of feels that way. Well, not quite now, but there you go, in a second. There you go, I actually saw the attack come out. And here's my attack at range. Feels did a lot more damage to this thing the first time I used it for some reason. Oh, there we go. Was it a stretch? I don't know. It felt like it was a good idea considering that we're about to rank up now. Let's see. Could kill more of these things. A couple more of these white ogres. Kinda looks like Elma and Lynn just leveled up too. I don't know how accurate that is, but at least one more, because I think you only needed to like kill 5 of these things total. So we'll take care of that now, while we're right next to where these things are. And I'm pretty sure it's guaranteed that after this fight, this encounter in particular, we're gonna be ranking up since... what do you call it? Since we're literally only 1 point away from ranking up at this point, so... it's kind of impossible for that not to happen, I'm pretty sure. Oh shit, he actually died. Right.
Shadow strike. I'm feeling pretty good. Wild attack. Close in.
Too late to close in.
Side slash. Side slash. We win. Hope I
And
didn't
there we
get
go.
away.
Expert Psychoraptor achieved. Class rank up and class skill acquired, and now I've mastered the Psychoraptor class. Hold on a second. We still need to kill more of those sheep. Ovis, offing Ovis. We need to kill one more of those. Alright, but more importantly, we have mastered the Psychoraptor class. I wonder if that means that we are now able to get the Mastermind. Apparently we are able to get the Mastermind, yeah. And Psychoraptor that ally support arts to the mix of enemy debuffs, improves range, attack, and potential. Apparently if you reach rank 10 in any of these things in like the far right tree, you can master that class's weapon, whatever that means. I don't know. 'Cause right now my options are either keep going in this direction or go down here or just go up here, which is kind of what I want to do at this point, but so with the arts. Either damage, but it costs TP. There's a couple that cost TP. There's this one. Randomly removes one buff from the target and boosts TP and boosts potential even though it costs TP as well. But for one ally, I guess it's like a transfer. What about the rest of these? Gravity damage. Gravity cloak. Boosts HP and TP when controlling a target and sometimes destroys the target. Does that mean that you can combine it with the servant one? What do you get from this one? Brainjack, maybe. Ether damage inflicts ether res down and shortens aura effect time. X-Virus, whatever that is. I feel like at this point we'll just head up to like one of the commando subclasses. Gain bonuses to ranged attack and potential. Support from afar, yeah, this was like a bit more support and debuff focus, this whole tree, that's the thing. Just about melee and ranged attack, like what? Deals weapon damage. Inflicts beamers down with an aura boost damage, an aura that beam resistance continually restores HP and nullifies terrain effects, whatever that is. Electric resistance, damage and melee combos. Either damage and inflicts stun. Attacks boosts beam damage, electric damage and inflicts shock, so this one does seem to be a little bit more damage focused. Psychoraptor. I look up here, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. These two are like going guns placing, offensive and defensive arts, HP and melee attack bonuses. Damage. Skillful application of damage buffs and provides bonuses to melee, accuracy, range, accuracy, and evasion. Look at subclasses for these two. Mix of offensive and defensive arts, bonuses to HP and melee attacks. So this is like the most basic ones by the looks. Out here. Offensive stance, boosts accuracy, total melee attack. Thermal damage, blaze, versus double targets boost damage. Taunt with morale boosts TP. Electric damage and blackout, which wonder what's more effective, this one or like the Psychoraptor version of the same debuff, but resistance, auto revives on incapacitation, stun, thermal damage, thermal rest down. How about this other one? Focus on defense, greatly improves HP and melee attack. Battling on and shield, I think that's one that Lynn is, because that's one. Shield, either that or this. What about these two? Because I feel like these had caught my eye before. Damage dealing capabilities retains the bonuses to melee accuracy, range accuracy, and evasion. Side slash. It's the edge. Blood sacrifice. Killing machine. Primer. Critical power boost TP. I don't like this one being one of my only green art options, but what about this one down here? Range attacks, bonuses to range attacks and accuracy. Sniper rifle and javelin. Boost bandage damage. That means for destroying monster parts. Alright, why don't we try this one for now? Viper. Let's see what happens if I change our gear with this. Let's see. Feeling that our armor is gonna be pretty much the same, but our weapons we're gonna have a better or different set of options right now, basically. Titanium morality. Tech. Start with that and see what else we have. They're the same, more stability, more TP gain, less of a cooldown or cooldown. Blades. I think either the ones that we have right now or the one that we saw here. Titanium. More TP gain with these. I don't know, I feel like this would be a probably more sustainable option. What about these? Ones that do 12? Do we have other ones that do 12? We probably do, yeah. Either the ones we have right now or one of these. Mechanoid Slayer, Front Attack Plus, or MT abilities. Oh boy. Memories of managing all the gem crap in Xenoblade 1 are suddenly starting to be rekindled in me, but hardly other than the abilities here, not that different. The ones that I have right now have more ammo. I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually keep those. And see exactly how I do right now, but also gonna have to check my arts. Gonna have to reorganize those. What do I have right now? Early bird. Hold on. Which ones do I have available right now? Do I have ones from the... Oh, I guess not. The tree that I had before, so what don't I have equipped? I have Shadowrunner not equipped. Boost potential, boost damage, and disables enemy detection from behind for some reason, even though that's like an aura, right? Yeah. Good feeling that's not gonna be quite so practical, but let's look at the rest of these and see what we have. Critical power tier, critical chance, boost evasion. Landing melee attacks, sliding slinger. Weapon damage from the side boosts TP. Okay, so do that one from the side. What about the rest of these? These were... This is for the guns, which is why it's yellow, I guess. These are both... These are all for the swords. So only this one and this one are for the guns in this loadout. Okay, so this one, these two should be done from the side. What about this? From behind, these two should be done from behind. This one is apparently more boosting damage in range combos, whatever that is, but plus CP. So do they. Let's put that standard. And for these, we should always wait for the secondary bonus. Alright, let's just go and give it a try. Let's kill one more of these sheep-looking things. That's pretty much what always means. Now let's just begin. Let's wait for a prompt. Try to make a... It's not use an aura though. I don't wanna. Well, I would, but... Now I can begin them. Even though I lost my opportunity there. Okay, this one's doesn't matter that what position I do them in. So there we go. Let's see, that went actually a little bit faster than the other ones that I was doing, the other rounds that I fought against the sheep, since I think that has to do more than a little bit with the fact that even though I'm pretty sure that this set of weapons isn't quite as optimized as the set of weapons I was using for Psychoraptor. Just the in general kind of what's what I'm looking for, how to go. Focus of the class is dealing more damage faster, so makes sense that this would go a little bit more smoothly, but right now I think I'm just going to try to stick to the shore this way and try to move a little bit north, because there should be another area discovered, even though I've been looking at it for like the past 20 seconds. Should be another place to plant one of these probes, or a couple more actually. There should be one just east of here, but it's kind of scary going over there. I could try it anyway. As long as I don't get too close to the lively Terskull or its friends. Should, in theory, be another place for me to put down a Provia right there. In the middle of water, I guess. Boy. I don't know how successful I'm gonna be at avoiding those things, since it doesn't look like those things aggro on sight, they aggro on proximity, so as long as I'm able to keep my distance, it should be fine. Continue with this little Jesus escapade where I just walk on top of this crystalline water. Right, we did it. Oh. Oh boy, Nagito left squad. What will tell you about hope now? If I can continue to navigate this minefield of enemies that are pretty sure over-leveled for me right now, but that all aggro on proximity, I can maybe make it to where the actual place I was aiming for when I first started coming this way was, which is over here, another probe site that will actually put me closer to where my actual... what do you call it? My actual target is as far as the bounty quests. There's Quinless. I still haven't tried recruiting any of the, like, online people to get in your party yet, so I don't even know how that works, but here's this place, F inside 408, and here's sudden onset of all-pervading mist that stops you seeing 5 feet in front of your face. That's unfortunate, but at least we can still see where these things are. Gotta be Sparrow and Segula. Are these like more bugs? I think they are more bugs. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, that's what that move is. Why don't we just slide under them and... There we go. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure that worked. Ooh. Hello? Oh, I couldn't actually hit them. With a melee move there for some reason. Guess I better hit them with this first. Okay, at this point I'm actually wanting for green healing move, green healing art, but I'm gonna have to rely on. Well, I do have a green art, but it's not necessarily a healing art. That's the thing. Ooh. Well, this could be a problem. I just realized that this are technically higher level enemies than I think anything but so far. That's not good. Okay, well, see, this might be somewhat sustainable. It might be completely unsustainable. We kill at least one of them is the answer. Apparently the answer might be no, just because, or the question, not the answer. I get the feeling this might not go so well. These things are actually slightly overleveled for us. And goodness knows that my completely noob-like state of, or style of combat in this isn't exactly gonna do me any favors. So we'll let the time run out at least. Just to see how utterly uncaring my teammates are. So, okay, just gonna say we did just put a thing down here. Gonna spawn me right next to that thing, and apparently the answer is pretty much yes. Alright, so what if we try to kill this thing here? Which Pebble? It's also level 30, so technically a little bit overleveled for all of us, well, especially Mr. Dog, who's not even level 20 yet, but there's only one of them, so maybe that will be the X factor that we need. Right, there we go. Well, I can't heal you, but I can do this. This is good enough. As good as healing, right? No reason to believe otherwise. Well, we're gonna make it alright. We might not actually make it, but let's pretend that we can make it. Boy, that doesn't seem to be a thing that a lot of these bugs. Oh yeah. Is there a chance that we can demo? I guess I better heed that at any rate, because we really need to pop as many solo voices as possible at this point. That's like really a must. Otherwise we're gonna die even faster. As equals, with no hope and no surviving. Legacy of mankind left behind, but well, as for the video game, I don't know. I guess we can pop this, or it might actually be worth it now. I failed to resonate it, but clearly that doesn't matter. At least this should let me get a little extra heals, I think. It looks like we're at least gonna kill this thing. Oh shit. I totally missed that opportunity, but I guess I don't know that it matters. You know, watch as I die. This thing's literally no health left. But no, that didn't happen. Hooray. Even though two of my teammates did die, and I almost died. But hey, we've still not hunted a single sparrow. Hold on a second. Okay, never mind. I was like, where did my other teammate go? But blood support just appear selectively, I guess, when we're done healing. But US, I guess this means that I'm not actually gonna be able to complete that bounty just yet. No, that did help for some power leveling at least, but no, right now I think we're actually gonna be returning to the base. But just let me check my arts. I have any new arts from reaching rank 2, which I didn't even realize that I did. The answer is no, not yet. Hold on, let me check the progression thing to verify exactly how this is gonna go. Probably check my skills, because I think those also get changed when you what am I saying? When you change classes, cheers. There, finally my brain caught up. Right, so I already have side slash and first. I'm pretty sure we had these before we even switched to this, so... Get violent streak at rank 3 apparently. Seems interesting. So it's rank 4 and these two are rank 6 and 8. I guess primer might be better than the... well, I don't know. This primer is different than the one that I currently have, right? That one's called upper hand, yeah. Well, I can kind of see where I'm gonna want to place those, but yeah, let me check my skills again. Or I have not equipped. No, I do have a few equipped. Steel Flesh, Mighty Muscle and Boosted Bullets, which are like really generic boosts, but to me what else I'm gonna equip. Probably better options if I was really actually knew the best strategy for these, but I don't. I could Core Crusher, which negates appendage damage from your ether attacks but boosts primary damage by 50%. See, that's like really getting into meta specific build strategies there, but sleeping enemies by 50%. I don't even know how we can beat sleep, but 100% of not waking up a sleeping enemy when attacking with an art. Barriers damage absorption rate by 3%, which is, but yeah, we don't even have barrier right now. So a bunch of these are just like class focused, I suppose. Sleep. Oops. Okay, what? Oh. Hold on, I don't actually want... I do want... I don't want my choices to be like limited to single class, that's a thing, but I guess that doesn't really matter. Accuracy, blaze damage, taunt. Right now I'm on Winged Viper, I guess that's my actual current class. It comes from Commando, I'm pretty sure, so let's see. Accuracy, range attack, which I do have set. But by 25% when using melee arts from behind. That one would be good for this, but I only have 3 skill slots, so... Ranged combos, I still don't... I'm not even quite sure what qualifies as a combo, but... 5 seconds... potential... Forcer is like the more meta one. Damage by 30%, which I think pretty much already a thing when you're attacking with like Psychoraptor stuff. Distance, HP, yeah. A lot of these are just like buff oriented, which makes sense, but I feel like I'd be a lot less reticent about experimenting with those if there was a more, what's the word I'm looking for, a more sustainable, renewable way of farming BP before the endgame, but I don't think that's a thing. But speaking of before the endgame, why don't we actually go back to the base and do the thing that I said I was going to do, which is actually do a plot mission for once, for like first time in 10,000 years. Let's see, Blade Barracks. I have to like kick this guy out of the party, I think. That's kind of to be expected. Also, oh boy, there's gonna be quite a bit of grinding to be done once, if I ever want to get all these affinity missions done, which I probably am going to at some point, but... Yeah, right now, let's do this dude. Sure. It's gonna be a necessity here. Yeah. Accept this story mission, you will not be able to switch out essential party members or accept any affinity mission switches. Yeah. Expected, so let's actually get this started. Here we go. Dark Matters. I think the last thing that happened in the plot was that we found out that we were a robot all along and still fighting the Ganglion and the man on game our friends, and that's it. Pretty much. And we're trying to find like the real humans who are sleeping in the remains of the ship. boy. Get a peek at what's going on in here.
Even our skills are powerless before them.
Continuing to persist here is meaningless. It will only serve to thin our ranks.
After all this time, we've finally found a clue that may lead us to the Great One.
With respect, the phenomenon space surrounding this planet is only 800 exodents in diameter. 3 days at light speed is more than enough to scour it thoroughly. If the Great One or the Samar Federation homeland were here, don't you think we would have found something by now? It's one thing to engage the enemy all the way out near that forsaken chunk of rock they call Earth. But then to be swallowed up by that strange light and dumped off here in this primordial hellhole? Are we cursed?
Nice.
And trapped with humans of all things. It's like some sick joke. If someone told me this was death, I'd believe them.
All the more reason to persist. We must retrieve it if we ever hope to escape the confines of this phenomenon.
Grandmaster Luxon,
Speak.
I bring news.
Really? And he can be trusted? Most interesting. Yes, a most interesting proposal indeed.
Oh man. Look at all this vague exposition that kind of all over the place, but also Bear279, thank you so much for that follow.
What should I whip up today?
And oh yeah, forget about this. We have to pick something, and we already picked 2 of these choices in previous chapters. Something braised in wine, fried chicken, tandoori chicken, or chicken saute. We just go for fried chicken and get the most generic out of all these choices out of the way.
Great idea.
I guess we are actually gonna be going through all of these sooner or later.
What is Lily making?
Fried chicken. We're out of meat, so we'll need something that tastes like chicken. Or should I say someone who tastes like chicken?
What? Tatsu not taste like chicken. Tatsu tastes like poop and poison. Tatsu tastes like poison poop.
Wait, I just remembered. We have plenty of chicken.
Hey, Lily did that on purpose. Lily is cruel and mean.
Yep, this one joke still hasn't gotten old. And then the chicken died twice in her stomach.
That was a meal.
And then something else happened, I suppose.
Impressed, Lynn. My team could learn a thing or two.
I'm glad you liked it.
But you didn't stop by just for a meal, did you?
No. You know me, Elma. It's about a job.
It would seem to us the good sir would like to pick our brain. Of course, we will gladly let him in one ear and out the other.
Almost, Elle. Almost that time.
An alien mech? What type?
No idea. It doesn't match anything on record as far as I can tell. No one's seen anything like it. It looks abandoned, too. Totally ripe for the picking.
Oh man, you're giving me goosebumps!
Right? It's located here.
That's pretty deep in Noctilum. No wonder you wanted to talk to Elle.
Exactly. But
What do you
here's the
mean?
rub. The Ganglion are after it too. From what we can tell over Frontier Nav, they've gone after it several times already, and failed.
Well, yes, that doesn't surprise us in the least. That's tainted land.
Tainted? That doesn't sound good.
They are savage beasts, ferocious, insatiable.
He's talking about these.
We didn't run into anything like that in Noctilum, did we?
The tainted are territorial. They only dwell deep within a specific part of the forest there. Although it doesn't seem right to even call it a forest anymore.
Why do you say that?
Because the tainted devour any and all living things, apart from other tainted, that is.
You mean even mighty Tatsu not safe?
Indeed, you would be swallowed whole. The tainted would make no bones about you, I'm afraid.
Interesting. They must be formidable to be defeating the Ganglion over and over.
But if what Elle says is true, it could work in our favor.
Right. Our bodies are artificial mimics. If the tainted don't perceive us as living things, we might be safe.
Let's back up a sec. You reported all this to the commander? Our top priority above all else is supposed to be searching for the life form. Are you suggesting we set that aside to try and recover this mech?
Exactly. Commander Vandam is why I'm here. He specifically requested I enlist your team. It's just as you say. There's no time for us to screw around. And we still absolutely need to find the Lifehold. But remember, the fact is we're also dealing with hostile Xenos here. Xenos who destroyed Earth and want every last one of us dead. Xenos who also seem to want this mech, and desperately.
And if it's that important to them?
Right. What if it's a secret weapon, powerful enough to tip the scales?
Feels like a bit of a long shot, to be honest. But okay. Even if we can't use it, we should at least keep it from the Ganglion. Count us in. Any objections?
No, ma'am.
Glad to hear it.
But if we're going to take this on, we'll need to keep it quick.
Roger that. Elle and Tatsu, you hang back. Unlike us, the tainted will target you guys for sure.
Oh, most considerate of you, good sirs.
Oh, Lindley! Lindley care about Tatsu after all!
Well, of course. After all this time watching over you and fattening you up, I'm not about to let my prize turkey go to some rabid indigents.
And we didn't even get any input into that though, but look. We get the mech from Noctilum Zedman's Gulch, and I think this should also, yeah, we'll set this as your target since we can't really do anything else until we complete that. And so complete one of our basic mission objectives, so shouldn't it?
Yes, sir. Ready
One of
to
those
go.
was
Someone's excited.
literally just go to the
Just
barracks
doing my job.
and get your next plot mission instructions.
Pretty amazing you made White Whale crew at your age. You have family here?
My mom and dad passed away. They didn't make it.
Ah, that day? The attack on Earth?
No, sir. It was before that. An accident.
Ah, I'm sorry.
It's okay. My parents were both design engineers who worked on the White Whale project. But there was a mishap with the primary engine test. Still, it's thanks to them and people like them that the rest of us are all still here, you know? They made the White Whale spaceworthy, so they didn't die in vain. At least, that's what I like to think.
I see. So they gave you a spot on the White Whale to say thanks. Thanks to your parents for all their hard work.
It's a debt I try to repay every day, helping out folks any way I can.
Don't misunderstand, Lau. Lynn earned her spot on the crew like anyone else. It was her talent and determination that made it happen. Her parents' positions provided an environment for her to learn in, but that's it. Lynn got to where she is now entirely on her own.
It's okay, Alma.
No, she's right. Sometimes I talk before thinking. Sorry about that.
Don't be silly. You don't need to apologize to me, sir. Now, shall we get going?
character development, I guess. And we're forced to take Lau along. Guess we got to have him added into the roster by way of that cutscene, as opposed to just being made to go get him and put him in the party before we trigger that, but... I guess for some reason that basic mission still doesn't count as completed. Hold on. Look at that real quick. Let's see. Or maybe it was and I just didn't notice anything different, because nothing different did happen. Yeah, I guess it just didn't matter. Tasting how we're right here, and we have capped out Miranium. Let's actually stop by the arms manufacturer's thing real quick so we can dump that into this. In a minute now, there we go. And we should have enough, yeah, we definitely have enough to top this out to the next level at this point, so let's see. Let's do some basic arithmetic, shall we? We need 2,317 to top this out, I'm pretty sure. R&D breakthrough, all products upgraded. Behold our new lineup of battle trade infused products. Which I might actually get something from, I don't know, but let's dump the rest of this into Cabinet Incredible, which is the Miran thing, I'm pretty sure. And also while we're here, actually see if we can grab some better weapons for our current class that we just switched to. Let's see. Dual guns and dual swords is what we're after right now. Let's see. What we have right now, our attack 12 with our sound, we can grab our attack 15. Or at least one right now, we can grab our attack 15. It has less ammo though, but more range attack, double range attack and range accuracy, so I think we'll go with these. And as for the dual swords, let's see. We can go from 24 to 32 with these. Increases total melee attack and a different melee attack stat that I don't know what's different. Goes up to 32, there's also one that goes to 40. It's also stuff, but lower stability, I don't know, it makes it worse. I guess we'll go with these two. And probably stick with the rest of what we have right now. I have no reason to believe that it's outdated after all. I might have that reason if I actually looked at it more closely, but who would do that? We have to go to the northern, like middle north of Noctilum, which is indeed apparently a thing that I don't have mapped out. Well, let's quickly pop on over to... Not really as far north in Noctilum as we can warp to right now, but kind of close to it, even though there's literally a couple of other FN sites, other probe sites that I can warp to that are right next to the thing that I'm supposed to go to on the map. I'm not sure, I'll warp up here instead and see if I can go like just a little bit to the east. That should put me where I'm supposed to be going right now, so it seems. I don't know if it's actually going to be an option though. Let's see. Just scour the ground here for a little bit and see what we find out. Brain turbulence. I'm pretty sure we need to gather up a few more materials from just all these areas anyway for some of the gathering quests. Alien mech from Deadman's Gulch. I guess that's where we're going, but well, I don't know, maybe we need to go in this place. That would make some degree of sense, possibly. Maybe I actually ended up going into... No, this is Shark's Jaws, which is apparently an area that I had not discovered yet, but also not actually where I have to go for the objective, which is like a big cave, but it's a dead end. I might as well take a look in here. Hold on. Grab some shinies, maybe pick a few fights. Probably not with those things. Hold on. Actually, everything here might be like a little too slightly out of our level range if it's more than 30. Yeah, there's the rub. I'm pretty sure I was using that phrase just a couple streams ago for some reason. Like last stream or the stream for that, and then I come back to this game and wouldn't you know it, in the translation they actually incorporated that phrase into one of the cutscenes. It's almost as if that's because it actually stems from one of the most famous and cliched sources for idioms in all of literature in English. But that's a story for another day, unless you already know it, in which case there's no point in retelling it. But yeah, how am I gonna get to this place that I'm supposed to be going to? Because apparently I'm supposed to be going in this direction. Can't. There's a sheer cliff in the way. I guess I'm gonna check out the edge of the cliff. Or maybe there's gonna be like another cave that I can find that will actually connect to there, but who knows? I suppose I will know in brief once my expedition is complete, but I suppose the point is that I don't want to assume. I don't know. Level is Lao is level 20, which is, I think, slightly higher level than what fucking Doug was, right? Before we actually started this plot mission. Had him in the party. I don't know. Should I try? Because I'm level 25 and so are my 2 main party members. Try to see what happens if I try to take on one of these things. Let's just see what happens. Nothing can go wrong. They just upgrade my weapons. Theoretically so, or technically not theoretically. That's actually a full-on fact. They just upgrade my weapons, so there's clearly absolutely no chance of this going not well. Especially since apparently the other big bug just came over here and not didn't actually aggro or anything. At least it doesn't seem that way. I'm pretty sure it didn't. It literally doesn't care that we're doing this. Better go ahead and get this, even though I forget what that actually does. Oh, there we go. I did a little too quickly. Keep shooting even though we weren't shooting in the first place. Literally have like a pretty much whole melee build right now. Thanks to the class that I switched to. Oh no, I think the other one just aggroed. At least this dude that I've actually been fighting the entire time is apparently just about to die. There we go. Okay, I was wondering, how did we, or what did we focus on just now? Well, this isn't exactly heals, but it will heal by way of the soul voice, or at least I hope that it did. I didn't actually see it do anything. We've actually switched away from the actual healer class, so we're gonna have to live with it. Oh shit. I have to assume that was some kind of sound glitch. I hope that doesn't happen again. Oh shit, hold on. They have the opportunity to do resonance with the debuff art. Only I was able to get behind this thing at all, and if it wasn't pressed up against the wall like it is right now, that'd be nice, but anything else gonna happen. Oh hey, Lao died. Didn't even realize. Hello. Pretty sure we determined before that. Yeah, that's fortunate sound. Apparently stems from, I guess, some of the sound effects that the box do, but hold on. Just to be safe, why don't I go ahead and restart my capture device real quick. There we go. See if that eases up with any possible sound glitches that we might have actually been having with the sound there. Audio feed, even though I don't know if why there would be any sound glitches and not also, I don't know, video glitches, since the whole thing is from HDMI, but... Well, I guess back to the present, back to trying to figure out how to get over to the east, because I still got no idea. Try to kill these crabs, and that probably would go well, since we just took down a couple of level 30 plus thingies, but I want to go ahead and actually focus on trying to figure out how to get to our objective first. We're going around at this point. Guessing based on how the map looks, we won't actually have to go around together in the end. This thing, one of those living turtle rocks, now it isn't looking good. Would be a little too large. No. Ooh. Hold on, I think it figured out we might have been able to get up there with exploitive platforming. Oh, there we go. Okay, I want to presume that I want to keep on going this way and basically hug the cliff edge as much as possible, but not even entirely sure about that. What are you doing? Do you keep sprinting? Keep on navigating the edge of this massive cliff. If we eventually get somewhere from that. Oh, okay. We have the biological knowledge to salvage whatever this is. It would appear. Ooh. Hey, we can... Well, we kind of are able to continue doing that for a bit, but at this point we're still going south. Okay, now we're starting to go a little bit east. So we're following the edge of the cliff, still taking us south pretty much, as you can see on the minimap there. And right now we want to go east until we can't anymore, and then start going back up north. That's where the arrow wants us to go, because that's where our objective lies. But not sure how we'll accomplish that. Now let me see what's over here. Probably gonna be archaeological level 2, which we have right now. That reminds me, are we as far as the blade level? We're not that far into it, which is not that surprising considering how we are at blade level what right now? Blade level 6, and since that caps out at 10, it's probably gonna be quite a while before we get it that much higher. Hey, we'll be falling down a waterfall here apparently. Well, not a very large one, but yes. Oh, disconnected from the server. Well, that's unfortunate, but I guess the game's gonna continue in offline mode now that that really makes a difference to the way we've been playing, but kinda sucks that that just happened out of the blue. Kinda reminds me when you did that in when I was playing Nier Automata, but that was oh, for fuck's sake. That was the Steam version on PC. I say that was the Steam version on PC in spite of the fact that that actually should have just made it less prone to doing that, I think, but...
This is wearing me down. I'm not gonna make it.
Well, if we can get out of range of these things, we might make it. Well, you know, we did make it. Okay, we're almost to the freaking edge of the map, even though it's taken us quite a long while to get over here, and still haven't hit the eastern edge here, or have had the chance to actually double back. Look at this Sinicula. Fortunate thing too is that I'm pretty sure that we're not actually able to go back online unless we go out to the title screen. Yeah, I get the feeling that if we keep going in this direction, so it'll just kind of take us all the way down to the southern edge eventually, so... How do we get over there? Well, let me teleport to this probe site, which is kind of closer to where we want to go. And then I'm gonna look at the map, because we're like getting on the cliff tops now too, aren't we? Because that's another thing that I need to bear in mind, that there's basically two elevations. There's the cliff tops, and there's the part that isn't the cliff tops, at the sort of ground level that we were at before. And I guess we have to actually stick to the cliff tops to get to where we want to go. It looks like, yeah, we're heading straight east right now, pretty much. Actually be able to go further in that direction if we actually follow along here. Looks like we actually found the correct path here. Once. Oh shit. Yeah, not what I was hoping for either, but you know. It didn't help that I was basically not able to see this thing coming at all. I wonder if we're gonna be able to... I have to take care of it that easy, considering how it's a little bit larger than some of the crap we've been fighting so far. That is a factor in it. You kind of have to bear in mind. Oh, I just did that. Sure, let's focus on the big sack. Alright, here's my cover fire. This is actually going quite smoothly, and I'd like to chalk that up to... you know, the fact that I have a more actual DPS focused class right now. Maybe it's just a placebo effect, but hey. At least feeling-wise, I'd say that it's yielding some results so far, Weeping Whitewood. Is that like the thing that I'm climbing on right now, or an environmental feature that I haven't actually come into contact with? I wonder about that, but I'm pretty sure this is where we have to go. We have to follow this path. Haven't been down here yet, and probably has to do with the fact that there's like level 50 plus enemies over there that will outside. It's a little troubling. I don't even remember like what level they expect me to get for this mission, but hopefully level 25 is fine because that's where I'm at right now. Level 25, almost going on 26. At least that's the average for my party regulars. It's different. Yeah, can't actually go through these. I've seen some of that blood water that I'm pretty sure will hurt me if I get in it. Apparently we do need to go a little bit farther in before we can actually either find a probe site or find the thing that we're actually after here. Pretty sure we're not gonna want to get too close to that thing, because I really don't think we got much of a chance of taking it on right now, so we'll just come over here, stick to this path, stick to the fringe. And I guess just follow along this weird valley tunnel thing and hope that we're able to reach the rope site that's apparently close to this place. Not too far after we emerge, or not too long after we emerge. Wait, hold on, what's over here? It's actually a path here. Oh, hello. And to go ahead and get this. Oh, we need archaeological level. What? Level 4, which I guess we don't have yet. That stinks. But we also got Sky Gazer's Atrium, scenic viewpoint discovered, so I don't know where we'll be able to come back here, teleport back here. Apparently we are not, but we are able to teleport to a different place, the Weeping Whitewood area that we saw before. There's that. Do we have a teleportation thing that's not very far from where we are now, at least, even if we aren't able to. And the marked rope site on the map. Take on this pike in Syria. See exactly how this can go. Ooh. Well, my one cover fire move that I have has already been used up, so no can do. But I might as well go ahead and target the Mohawk. And here we go.
We'll talk about this later.
And there we are. See, at least now with this class I feel like it makes me a little more confident in feeling like I can actually take on things that are like very slightly above my level. I can at least approach that and not be completely doomed from the outset. And also not have to take 10,000 years to complete one fight. It's gotta be the comfier way of dealing with this. I get the feeling that I won't actually return to the friggin' mastermind tree until way later down the line when I can power level that a little faster. I was wondering how quickly I was gonna happen. It's not really a matter of if, but of when. That freaking setup. Jeez, of course it's got its freaking back against the wall, so I can't really do anything to, right, I guess I'll keep shooting. Can't really attack from behind at all, but I can at least attempt to attack from the side.
Somebody fix this.
I don't care if it
Alright, there we go. So I would actually collect the Mohawk. Alright, hold on. There. Class, yeah, class rank 3, so I think with that means we should have a new art at our disposal now. Let's check our art wheel real quick, and our art list just... I have a new one, Violent Streak. Deals 7 damage and boosts TP with criticals. And it's a dual gun smooth. I don't know, maybe we should replace the other one. Sliding Slinger, weapon damage, boosts TP. Scaling 50. Oh, this one takes a little bit longer to cool down, that's the thing. I think we'll just, yeah, replace that with that. Not really well. I kind of want to replace Stream Edge eventually, just so I don't have something with a TP cost, but like I would rather replace that with an actual, you know, melee art. The reason I'm going this way right now is because I want to eventually get rid of that thing is the actual probe thing that I can probably eventually set up over here on this part of the world. Guess I can maybe just reach it by jumping, probably not though. It seems suspicious. It's like a couple of ledges, but I can't actually jump high enough to get on top of them. It's with a normal jump. But what's over here? Oh, it's literally, I guess, a natural light source over there. Wait, hold on. Not actually, yeah, no, I'm actually quite high up above where the other probe thing that I can teleport to in this sector is. It's down there. The other one that I haven't activated yet is up there, and I don't know how to get up there. I guess I can try to figure out a way to go around, but heck if I want that would be. I'm sure that any kind of path that I would want to approach is a path that I already saw when I was on my way here, like through the cave. Up the trees. So I don't even know what to tell you there. I'm pretty sure we've gotten to the point where, yeah, one more battle and I will actually level up again. I'll just let that come naturally though. Pretty sure we're gonna have to fight some of the prone over here. That looks like a friggin' prone base. I didn't realize that, but I did see they had some foot soldiers over here. Prone Slayer was the same level as the those bird velociraptor creatures that we just killed. Alright, doesn't have any. It's just like an AoE thing. Doesn't seem to have any special effects if based on positioning. Dang it, I didn't wait long enough for that to have like full effect. Alright. Oh, dang it. I should have expected that though.
You picked out today's menu, Lynn?
Not yet. Depends if Tatsu can make it or not. If you know what I mean.
Alright. We could follow down that very obvious path on the right, or we could go this way and find out what we... or see what we find out, I guess. And we could also massacre this guy, and I suppose we will. That's why wouldn't we? Alright. I'll try to start it with a melee attack. Oh, 100% from the side, is that what that said? Guess I'm gonna have to wait until that move is actually available again. reduce an hour, I could just wait like 2 more seconds for the battle to be over. I'm pretty sure I might have some heals. Whatever. Pretty insignificant heals at that point though. Yeah, there we go. I have to actually pay attention next time I want to activate that ranged move. See what the different text says. And there we go. Now I have the high ground, at least for a little bit. Gonna have to actually get in here. Actually, I just realized we're actually moving away from where we need to go to find the thing, but well, as long as we're here, I guess we might as well try to clean this place out as much as possible, because, yeah, let's see. Engage this guy first of all. Okay, I'm not seeing any extra text right now. Dang it, did he turn right before? Yeah, before I pressed the button. I officially have no idea what the, if, you know, that gun move that I have active right now is affected at all by positioning, or if it isn't. It's okay, even though this encounters an actual health buff, but... There we are. Isn't even anything else to collect? Well, there's this thing. Wonder if we can actually... Article level 3 is, I guess, what we have, but we don't have article level 4 yet. That's why we weren't able to... Like that thing that was right next to the viewpoint. Hold on, I can see from the minimap that apparently there's another salvage thingy somewhere probably inside this thing. Or on top of this thing. What if we try to go ahead and take a look inside? Just get a little extra experience for everybody involved. I think it's gotta be on top of this thing. Maybe over there, maybe even higher up. I just want to go over there first. Yeah, there's a couple of enemies out here. It's over here and like one of the things that links into this thing. Reason I didn't think this whole structure was this large. Looking at it from a distance. Nope, we're just masters of stealth, not even... Or at least we were until something happened. What? Oh, there's someone inside that actually aggroed.
Appreciate it.
Is there another enemy that engaged us? I can't quite tell if that's the case or not. Oh, apparently somebody else did that. So there you go. Didn't matter. And apparently Lao was killed. I don't know when this happened, but sure will help you up. I get the feeling that we may not be the most advantageous position as far as engaging one at a time. other rampager apparently somewhere. Oh, up there. Oh, apparently I lost all my health. I didn't even know when. I can't really do that. How are they losing that much health? Are there like multiple prone that are engaging them? Yeah, I guess there are. It's on top of the guy that we already... Yeah. That's unfortunate. But hey, because of Xenoblade we didn't actually lose anything, except the fact that we're all the way back where? Well, not that far back actually, I think I just realized where we are, and it's not as far back as I thought we were, but Jesus Christ, what is that thing all the way on the top of the cliff? That wasn't there before. That thing's gonna aggro on proximity and it moves incredibly quickly. Jeez. His presence is unfortunate, but I guess he just passed us by. There we go. I guess we're not gonna be storming the prone fortress this time. There's gonna be going over to, or at least trying to play Metal Gear on the prone fortress. Gonna be actually trying to figure out which route we need to follow to get to the actual objective here. Apparently, yeah, we might actually need to keep following the path that I was taking that I thought would end up with me next to the other probe. And didn't. Basically keep on going this way. And probably have to end up killing these guys if they keep them. Or maybe not. Going in circles like that. Because according to the map, if I keep on going in this direction, I'm basically trying to go as far north as I can, not necessarily able to actually get to the... Hold on a second. Apparently I do want to get up there basically, but still at a complete loss as to how I'm going to accomplish that. Because if I keep on going north here, it also takes me like a bit further west. And the place where we need to go to actually reach our objective is like to the east, like straight east right now basically. I'm actually really wondering what the deal is with how we're able to get up to that save point. Did I say save point? No. To that place where we can place a probe. Hold on, let's see. Get across here, this land bridge? Yes, I can. I like go through the complete edge of the... No? Apparently we needed to go this way. Never mind, I guess I was actually supposed to come up here.
Up there, we should hit some caves that lead to our destination.
Or...
Okay then, let's go.
Okay then. You wouldn't really know that just from looking at the map on the gamepad, but... Alright, I guess we figured it out. And we also found another base camp. He's gonna count as a... Nope. Place we can warp to. Dead Man's Ingress. Tainted. You can see where it's bare rock without any vegetation. That's because they eat damn near everything.
Oh, listen.
All the cliffs that I just passed here, you can pass through a cavern into Dead Man's Gulch. Path is pretty narrow, so watch that you don't fall. Oh. Every new thing that I hear about this thing is nothing can possibly go wrong. And here's another proof of that notion. Certainly nothing has gone wrong. I guess nothing has gone wrong with, getting ambushed by 3 of these things at once, considering that apparently they're barely doing any damage so far. Which, quite frankly, is surprising. Right, we're gonna be dodging every blow. I'm destroying the flower bots that these things have. Well, I just laid down the cover fire that you asked for. Right. This one's about to die anyway. Which one am I targeting right now? That one. Alright. Oh wait, there's 4, not 3. I guess that's more of a testament to our ability to survive so far. I'm just gonna use this hidden though. It's pretty much only for me right now. Oh, I guess I'll do this one now. Ooh, there we go. Actually, it was a good choice for once. Alright. I'm actually quite surprised that Lau has not died yet, considering how low his health has consistently dipped. There, I managed to get it out. But hey, the enemy's numbers are thinning out more and more, so no reason to believe that our situation is getting any worse. In fact, things are looking up. Right, here's the only melee attack I can do right now, which at least does pretty decent damage. Oh, there we go. Okay then, it's pretty much my response after just like to take 2 steps forward, get ambushed by 4 of those things, and then we end up surviving anyway. Is it gonna happen again? No, there's... Okay, that's what those things are on the minimap. They're not gonna act, so... It's fine. At least I think it's fine. I was gonna say, these fuckers just look like they're about to jump out of us. Shit. Oh well. I feel like that makes too much of a difference at this point. In this particular enterprise. Well, there you go. If there was a thing for hunting the herbivores as the squad task thing, then totally have it covered, but I'm offline, so I guess I will not know. I don't really feel like fighting all of these things, but... well, it's not really a matter of choice at this point. Well, whatever. But I guess it's probably a good idea to engage as many of these... as many of these enemies as possible anyway. Gotta get that JRPG grind in after all. I didn't get damage bonus, but certainly hit it. Oh, I can't yet. I'm just gonna have to wait for this thing to turn its back to me and then... There we go. And there we go. Well, I got the Jeremy War Smasher achievement, I guess, for whatever that is worth. And I guess, yeah, they literally just expect you to go to the very edge of the map. What the fuck? Alright. Somebody tells me that this won't necessarily go that right. He just took out one of my party members in 2 strikes. Hold on. Let's try to run away from that thing. Hopefully not trigger any of these, yeah, things that just did manage to avoid first on the way there, but... What? Interesting. So I guess I'm forced to assume that he was somehow able to either... Christ, we're all the way back here now. And now we are a little bit significantly further back, but... I guess I'm forced to assume that he was either able to hit me from quite a bit far away, or somehow followed me all the way there, even though I saw no visual indicator that that happened. But oh well, whatever, at least now we are on level 26, and soon level 26 will be our party average. Except for Lau. Actually gone quite a bit longer than I thought he would without leveling up out of level 21. But... oh well. I haven't exactly been focused too hard on the whole power leveling thing, this whole sequence anyway. I just wanna streamline my navigation a little bit more before I focus on that right now. Alright, so getting around those guys still not really too challenging. Really wish there was like some other landmark that you could detect around this part so that you could, I don't know, unlock another shortcut, but apparently no such luck. We can make it to this base camp, which does not count as a landmark. And then the entire cliff path, which, yeah, which we're handily told about. Fuck. I think they will. They're not the ones I'm worried about. The ones I'm worried about are like the... It's like, I have to assume that you're supposed to follow this path right now with all these stupid Jeremy words that just pop out of you. At you. And there's... I'm pretty sure that's the big boss over there. It's just like dormant right now, but which way do you even have to go to actually? Okay, here's the actual cave entrance, I guess. And right now I'm not hearing the mid-boss theme, so I have to assume that I'm gonna be fine. Status, alright, so we got all the combat through those things, but now we got this guy, which I'm pretty sure is not gonna be avoidable. I tend to concentrate the fire, even though I try to now don't know if that's gonna make that big of a difference. I lost that, but I don't know if we should really consider that big of a difference in our paradigm at the moment. And we might be in trouble. There we go. Well, we killed one of its appendages, or destroyed one of its appendages, I suppose. And we did. Eventually destroyed both of its front pincers.
Strength comes from experience. That's true on any planet.
That means she leveled up. Yeah. Meanwhile, Lao still hasn't leveled up. Yep. And I saw it just before it dropped off. But I guess we'll do this one first, even though this is like the one move that you were not supposed to do by itself.
One more shot. Shadow strike. Okay, I'm getting started. I'm feeling pretty good.
No time for us to wait. For everything to charge back up. Oh, but can't lay down some cover fire yet. And there we go. It's a little more cumbersome, or I guess we should say clunky to fight these scorpion things in the tunnels, just because there's barely any room to move around, but it's for fun. It's not really any bigger of a challenge than the things that were out in the cliffs before, but let's see, are we gonna get anything? Okay, here we go, Dead Man's Gulch discovered. Okay, this is how we get up to where we can lay the probe. So hopefully we'll be able to actually do that in just a moment. Just being forced forward into where these things are. Do they care that we're here? Seem to be very aggressive right now.
This means we're getting close.
Yeah, it's just ahead.
Elma?
Relax. They won't bother us if we don't bother them.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but...
So we're literally just gonna let them hang out right next to us. Well, I mean, apparently they aggro on proximity, which was not reflected by that cutscene. whatever, let's grab the archaeological thing, let's put the probe down right here. Finally we unlocked another shortcut to get to where we wanted to. Well, I mean, they're level 23, at least that thing is Tainted Caro, so it won't be that big of a challenge, might as well just to, I guess, get a preview of what we can find here. See how this goes.
All out.
Let's do this fast.
I owe you one. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
Forte, but if you insist.
Archie got him! Lay out the cover fire! First down!
Look at this sitting duck. Sliding slinger. Shadow strike.
Shred!
Side slash. Shadow
Side
slash.
four!
Now we're busy. Take the attack.
My forte, but if you insist.
Balance break!
I'm at least not particularly interested in actually turning or attacking right now.
Eagle eye!
Oh, there we go. Unvivid Amila L, Slimy Tongue and Talc Leather. And I guess we're gonna have to kill these guys too if we wanna salvage these things. At least make the attempt to approach without doing that though. Apparently we're not actually obliged to kill these guys. Just to interrupt with these things, but... is there there to act as some kind of check? I mean, if you've been fighting all this stuff that was on the way here, then I don't really understand why these guys would be that much of a problem. Perfectly honest. To imagine or say or declare that they're pretty much on the same kind of a challenge scope. Guess we're not really gonna bother too hard with them though. That thing up there. Tainted Caro, Tainted Skin Timur, Centimur. Whatever that is. Kinda wanna try fighting it, but I don't know. We'd have to. Oh, Millstone Ridge. To attack it with ranged attacks first. Just make it come down here. Yes, that's what we're looking for right there in the middle of the crater, yeah. It might be a good idea to, like, try and thin this area out a little bit first, or we could just submit to the power of cutscene and see what happens. Let's see, let's actually try to check out the perimeter first and see if there's anything that we can potentially miss. And the answer turns out to inevitably be no. Well, let's see. I can try fighting this guy. Or try aggroing at least one of these things, which is apparently not gonna happen. Just like a little too far out of reach. Just slightly. We're not gonna be able to fight those things at will.
Let's get on with it.
Nice.
I'd like to get on with it, but apparently I'm not allowed to. So I guess I don't really have a choice other than fight the things on the ground, or actually get in here and see what we have to say about this big old wreck.
No signs of any radiation. Infrared, motion sensors. I got nothing. This thing's dead as a doornail.
Oh, man! So it's basically a skill, right? But the make is nothing like ours. Or the ganglions. Where could it be from?
And then we beat up a bunch of the ganglion scales at the end of chapter 5.
Tell what its armor is made of.
What is this feeling? It's oppressive. It's pulsing off of this thing. It's almost as if the ghost of its pilot is somehow still lingering. And that material there, at its core, it's dark matter. This wasn't their handiwork.
Have you ever seen the movie Alien, directed by Ridley Scott? Any idea what it is, or he's alright? Concern or curiosity? I think at this point it would just be more about curiosity.
No idea.
Oh, she did just
Alright,
say dark matter in her inner monologue.
Let's call in the salvage choppers and get it out of here. Lynn, contact Commander Vandam.
It's actually gonna be that. It was that simple, couldn't they just have, you know, brought those in to begin with. But they need some kind of a ground crew to tell them, hey, there's no friggin' anti-air gun turrets being used here, so you can just come in and do the thing. Come in and do the thing with your friggin' light-based tether beams, I guess.
Right. We should start heading back too.
Just thinking about walking past all those tainted again makes my knees all wobbly.
Well, it is the way back, so... Wait, what?
Friends fuel up with Tatsu tasty lunchbox.
He was there the whole time.
Tatsu?
What are you doing here?
Thing is, it is not normal.
Friends must be hungry, so Tatsu rides spinny plane here to deliver hot meal. Tatsu Hero Pond, after all.
And let me guess, because he's here, yeah. You're gonna get attacked on sight now.
Relax, Lindley. After quick lunch, Tatsu fly back home on spinny plane before anyone notice.
And how exactly do you plan to do that? All the spinny planes have already left. You're gonna have to walk back through all those tanks in. We'll last 10 seconds out here.
Huh?
Maybe we can get another chopper here in time.
Too late.
Yeah, or that.
Looks like somebody else wants a hot meal.
I guess this is gonna be our
Don't move an inch, you hear?
forced boss enemy encounter for this chapter, maybe. Possibly. Or at least slightly more complicated enemy encounter for this chapter. Oh, are these any different from the ones that we killed just a few minutes ago? Doesn't really seem that way. Just like 3 of these at once. Yeah, weather. And does this immunize us to the weather? This, whatever it is, upper hand, critical power. Doesn't really look like it does. Well, I intend to, but first we need to reposition.
Not my forte, but if you insist.
Move in and do some damage.
When I hit,
And there we go. Again, this isn't really heals, but...
so I'm allowed to double out. I'm feeling pretty good.
Are there any more appendages that we can... I can't even tell what the appendages from these things are supposed to be, but... Yeah, here's my aura. I'll give him a second to breathe and also I'll give ourselves a second to bring this guy back though. Even though we're pretty much dead. Well, 2 melee attacks in a row for Soul Voices, sure, I'll take that opportunity for myself. I didn't quite realize that. The thing was still active. Okay, there we go. We killed 3 of those normal tainted dogs, which predictably wasn't that much more of a challenge, but I'm guessing maybe there's gonna be even more. At least in the cutscene, or maybe... oh, maybe it will be something specific we need to take care of. This looks different.
The Alpha? Good Lord.
Everyone, take him down.
Alright. There we go. Oh, this thing is technically a couple levels below where we are, so... I have no doubt that will be just fine. Oh, it's apparently right on the edge of this invisible arena that we're in. As much as I'd like to, it's a little bit impossible to tell whether or not we're in the back or not. Alright. Hope I'm able to get behind this thing. Alright, here we go. Where they all come from indeed, what? Didn't see anybody else coming in.
If I could just get one more shot.
Appreciate it.
Is there another freaking dude that just came in? Yeah, this guy. That's unfortunate. Oh, what if I actually want to switch my target here to Tainted Carol? Yeah. I feeling that'll be a little smarter here to, you know, actually target the dude that's probably gonna die faster first. Also, you know, please concentrate fire on the guy that actually is going to die first. I don't know. Hold on. Let's see if we can at least bring this guy back here. Okay, there we go. Smaller little dude managed to get dead. What, here's your heals that still aren't heals. It's like a weird unspecified buff that I'm pretty sure doesn't even work on you. It's just on the guy that actually triggered it.
Use an aura. Side slash.
Side slash. Now, melee attack. This is wearing me down.
Oh shoot.
I'm not gonna make it.
I think it's gonna be fine, but
One more hit.
I don't know if it is gonna be fine anymore, considering that we just...
Shadow strike. Free med. Fired up. Okay, I'm getting almost down, but not out. Side slash.
we can just get a couple more good hits and we should probably be fine.
Now we're thinking.
Couple more good combos with the, you know, the dudes, the
Do this alone?
actual full arts. I have to do this alone, that means more experience for me. Look at it that way, even though I think that works, but... I wonder if we can like unleash all of our combos right here, all of our hit from behind, well, two of our hit from behind, what do you call it, melee things. But the health bar shows up as empty there. I was gonna say, if we manage to not kill it at this point, I'm gonna be more than a little nonplussed, but hey, we did it. We soloed it.
Let's get the hell out of here.
I'll just end up summoning a lot more of them and
Gosh, you're kidding me.
wondering where the hell they were when we were just passing through here.
Hell is that?
How is that indeed? Why did it conveniently just come out of the sky right this second to do this? It is supposed to be a Telethia moment, maybe. Why am I getting this feeling that I also get when I try to like read fight scenes in manga where everything's presented visually in such a jumbly kind of way that I can't even follow what's going on. Well, I guess that's it for the evil tainted lions, and now it's finally noticed that we're here. Now what's gonna happen? I wonder. Yes, predictably doesn't care. I just came to eat lions and flap my wings and everything else, and I'm out of lions.
Was that thing trying to help us?
Maybe. Or maybe it was just toying with us.
Well, I think I could have taken it.
We should get back to New LA. I want to stop by the hangar and get a better look at that skell.
Right.
Oh boy. Well, we got something from the tainted Sphinx. Sphinx A, blazing gas sack and pristine bristle. I'm wondering if the fact that there were so many of them right at the end there is kind of an implication that maybe we're actually able to grind those as like normal enemies after a certain point, but let's see, do we have Tatsu with us? We do indeed have Tatsu with us, and I guess it means that these things might actually aggro on sight now. No. Not really, I mean, apparently their aggro method does not change at all when we have Tatsu as a traveling companion. Will we get anything else out of that? Nope. Not really. As far as actual progression, we are rank 4, almost rank 5. I guess we'll kill one more of these things just so we can get to rank 5 in our current class and see what happens.
Appreciate it.
Alright, here's our melee attack.
My forte, but if you insist.
Wait, what? What do you mean that didn't count as from the back? I don't know, whatever. Apparently the positioning you need to be in for an attack to count as from the back is a lot more precise than from the side. Which I don't know about that. It's a little too pedantic if you ask me. Okay, there we go. Class rank up and class skill acquired. Not quite a class art yet, I guess. Let's see, made it to rank 5. And I'm pretty sure that when we made it to rank 4, also got like a new art that I didn't look at all. That would have been not that one. I don't know, did we? Oh yeah, blood sacrifice, but I don't know, man. Has current HP, and it has a cooldown of 45. I guess that doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna be, you know, that much of a big deal, but it's gonna be an Achilles and the turtle kind of deal where it's, right, or like, you know, to make it a bit more apt of a comparison, more like that movie in Final Fantasy that, like cuts your health in half but can never actually kill you because that's not how it works. Because of the same friggin' Achilles and the turtle kind of principle. I forget what it's called. It's like Demi or something like that. Gravity. It's something along those lines. But yeah. I don't know, it just doesn't seem worth it. It's like that move in Xenoblade 1 that I think Shulk had that cuts your health in half or just cuts out a certain amount of your health to raise tension or raise party meter or something like that, but I'm gonna skip out on that. I'm gonna turn to the administrative district via teleportation, because why not? Go to the restricted hangar entrance, but let's go to the Armory Abbey first. And dump all of our Miranium into the thing, because that's something else we need to do right now. Been exploring for quite a while. Hello. And there he goes. And as soon as we will put all of our money into this thing, or and get it not quite halfway to level 4. Kinda wondering what the actual limit is gonna be for all of these. I guess I'll find out eventually. I guess right now we're just gonna go over to where the game wants us to go, which I guess is below where we're standing right now. We'll just teleport, and I guess we will teleport. Oh, there it is. Didn't like spawn completely at first. Just need to approach him, I suppose.
Good work, people.
Commander? What are you doing out here? Did they seal off the area?
Actually, I was waiting for you, Lynn.
Why me?
You want to tinker with that new alien mech?
Well, I mean, duh.
Good, because I'm putting you in charge of research. You help reel it in, you get first crack at it. You and your team risked a lot out there. You earned it.
Really, sir?
Everything's set up. They're expecting you.
Yes, sir! Oh my god, thank you so much, Commander!
Alrighty then. Dark matter, we were told. I wonder what kind of deep lore this is going to reveal to us now.
Is this even a Skell? I mean, the external armor maybe, but I'm not detecting any known materials or components for the purple frame part. In fact, I can't even find a power source. Maybe it's like an idol or something? To some alien god or whatever?
What about a cockpit? Or any space for a pilot?
Let's see here. There is a cavity in the middle of the chest area. If this thing is a vehicle, that'd have to be the cockpit.
Perhaps it's not a weapon? It was abandoned after all, and in that godforsaken place.
But it was also worth the ganglion sacrificing all those soldiers to try and recover it. Surely it must hold some value.
Granted. Now the question is whether we'll be able to uncover it. Ms. Koo is one of our best, but we can't expect her to work miracles.
If you ask me, that's time better spent studying that Ares of yours, Elma. All right, you wouldn't know what I'm talking about, would you? Let me explain. The Ares is what Elma...
Random.
Oh, right.
It's a bit of an awkward way to try and introduce something. But no, I'm guessing that this thing is gonna be directly related to what the ganglion were talking about in that cutscene back at the start of this, which I guess we'll link back to right away. Better as I bring that up.
Those are your orders. Have I made myself clear?
Quite.
You seem displeased, Gajag. Perhaps the great hero of Roth does not enjoy taking orders from the ganglion. Perhaps he feels it beneath him.
It appears nothing is beneath me of late.
I still hear the anger in your voice, the way you spit out the words. Accept your fate. Then you might find me a more accommodating master, Prince John. Oh, but how rude of me. Should I have said former prince?
I never cared much for titles. Counselor,
Luxor. It's Grand Master, damn you! The entire Ganglion organization is at my command, as are you and your people. I will not remind you again.
Oh, but how rude of me. My sincere apologies, Grand Counselor.
Have you also forgotten the price the Rothian people will pay if you fail me? I promise you, it will not be pretty. What will happen if the humans beat you to the prize? Need I remind you of that as well?
No, you need not.
Then mind your tongue, former prince. Unless your pride can feed and clothe your people. Filthy cur. Yet I will suffer him gladly, if he can help lead me to you, oh great one.
Oh boy. Gonna be more furry alien races that we're gonna have to deal with next. Or at least more overtly furry ones. I don't think we've seen any ones that had quite much of an overt furry design as those two. Okay, we did it. More storage, something. I kind of blinked and missed what that was. But what could be next as far as... Oh, getting a skill license. You think you know what it takes to be skill worthy? See me when you're ready to go for your lessons, everybody. Alrighty then. Now let's override our previous save data. Or one C that we get for profile in this. Oh boy. Let me see. What does our affinity chart look like now? For Elma and Lynn. Are we maxed out yet? No, we are not maxed out yet. It's a little surprising considering. Apparently now we're gonna be able to try out for the scale thing. Let's see what the requirements are for the next story chapter, shall we? Let me see. If we go to the Blade Barracks, look at the thing, it says we need record. Well, it says required level 1, but that's not really an indicator of what we actually need. And we need Elma and Lynn, and we cannot have Irina or Gwyn in the party. Apparently we need to survey 25% of Oblivia and complete the Close Comrades Affinity mission, which you can check right now if we've done it or not. Yeah, I'll complete the Close Comrades. It was with Doug. There we go. I get the feeling that my habit of trying to get all the affinity missions as quickly out of the way as possible, that we're actually at a good level to do, is gonna be paying off here. But I also need to survey 25% of Oblivia, which we definitely have not done yet. We're at 13.6%, so that might take a while. But hey, apparently we also are able to try out for our scale license right now, so hold on. Actually quite interested in that. Where do we go for that? On the barracks, surely. In the admin district, maybe that's where we are right now. I mean, I'd imagine that maybe we need to talk to the guy around this place, in the hangar, but... I wonder where he would be.
Man, I'm tired.
Unbelievable. Have you heard?
Careful.
What's this thing back here? Murderess. I just realized what that name was. I think the feeling that I've talked to her before and I forgot. What do you want? Have you found a mission that pays enough to be worth my time? Can do the chat, I can't promise that you'll live to hear the end of our conversation. But I wanted to check what's this thing here. At level 22, I need Miran in your party and you need max members 3. Oh boy. Well, we are level 22 at least, so we can do one more affinity mission with Arena, so it seems. Hold on, where am I right now in the map? Because that's a new affinity mission we can do. Maybe we should try it. It's either that or do the scale license thing, I don't know. I don't even know how to initiate the scale license thing to begin with, so... I'm sure I'm gonna wanna at least try that before I go to the next bout of actual overworld exploration. Like I'm gonna apparently have to do for the plot. Oh boy, there's another mission up there. What do we got here? It's a service with golden horns in the South Seal Sands of Silver. I can't even imagine trying to take down the thing. I guess that's gonna be a tyrant alert for us. Okay, what's this? Corwin has a mission for us. What's this? Another hopeful recruit. You got the guts to hide on the steel recruit. Pathfinders all got a death wish, you know. Not really the ones leading the charge. You have the guts, or didn't come to join up. Well, I do have the guts, but I guess at least I have to assume that I have. Might as well go with that first. I'll admit there's a fire in your eyes, but... Russakville, right? From Elma's team. Didn't figure that out until I saw Elma literally standing 2 feet behind you, but... How did you know? You've been out there making quite a name for yourself. A bunch of blades in my line have been talking about this crazy new rook who keeps racking up the glory. Been wanting to meet you for a while now. Name's Corwin. Lead the team here. Corwin's team or exchange friendly greetings. Might as well split the team first. Curious about other teams are you? Should all well not be worried. Well, I mean, I already have like 20 people that I can recruit whatever I want, so... This crazy rock we landed on is full of weird new threats and mysteries. The mission of the Pathfinders is to crush those threats and crack those mysteries. Job ends when the whole place is charted and settled. Well, for some reason my team's full of people who have more curiosity than sense. They're like a damn pack of wide-eyed kids these days. Let's see what this guy says. Bates. Oh, Captain, my captain. Who's the noob? Take it you've heard the name Russakville before. Well, this is Russakville. I'm hoping she might actually give you a couple of tips on how to get things done. How do we know it ain't all just talk? You actually see the reduction yet? Well, tell me what we're talking about here. Any idiot with a brain cell could ride her coattails to glory. Oh. Take great offense. I mean, I think we'll take great offense. Heard you are feisty, looks like that much is true at least. Why do you say we have a little test to see just how tough we really are? We're on a mission to find the ensanguined font in Noctilume. Why do you say you and me have a race to see who find it first, blade against blade? Frankly, I'm curious myself to see what you're really made of. A friendly rival might be just what he needs. You never know, you might get something good out of it too. Well, I guess we don't really have a choice in the matter. Reach the ensanguined font before Bates, sure. I had a feeling that we're gonna have an actual unlimited amount of time in which to complete that, though. Need a blade longer than you. I ain't losing to some rookie. Well. It's for lighting the fire under the kid's ass. Oh. Little encounters can be fun. All part of helping out your fellow blades, right? Well, to do with a fresh challenge or such competitiveness isn't productive. To be honest, I would say the second what is true. I'm not the judging type, but that kind of attitude will only get you so far. I don't agree. Play nice works until it doesn't pass that you top out. But everybody's got their own way, that's just how I see it. And yet you're gonna disagree with me on that. Fire up that frontier spirit and get out there. Strip of that veiled mystery and start ogling Miran in all her glory. Oh boy. Oh, there we go. Got a new ensanguined font. So if I bring up the Noctilum map just to see where that would be. It's probably not even that very far into it. It's in the first choke. Skull wreckage that we found out about apparently at some point. I still don't know where I would have to go to find the guy to take the skill test. Hold on. Apparently another red question mark here. From... what's this? Sarona? You don't know me, do you? I'm a blade sends you with the prospector, so I mostly handle jobs for folks need natural resources surveyed and raw materials collected. You're working under the coronal lets you see a lot of tough assignments, but you're still breathing, so it must be going okay. Well, sure, you're gonna be fine. You don't really look like you'd handle any task. Folks throw your way, I'm jealous. I get a request in to survey a mountain way up north. It's a nasty spot, and I have no idea how to tackle it. The mountain itself is dangerous enough, but then you add in all the weird wildlife. Not to mention, it's been crawling with Xenos lately for some reason, especially those reptile-like ones, the Manon or whatever. I bet they're using their crazy high-tech weapons to kill everything indigents or humans. Well, Manon are indeed crazy killers, or Scavot surrounders are certain about the Manon. Is we're gonna be... take the sensible option here. My buddy says they're all super dangerous. They'll kill you 5 times before you hit the ground. Even one of the tech nut spaceship of theirs could burn you away to a crisp in seconds. They're just biding their time, I tell you. Wandering alone on some treacherous peak full of their kind sounds like crazy talk. Today, oh. On climbing. Who doesn't love a good hike? Let's go conquer this peak together. Even split the reward 50-50. All you have to do is beat up any weird Xenos we come across and make sure I don't get fried. Second terrain of Primordius Talon Rock. Well, I don't know. Have we been there? Probably have been. Not having got to get another mission. Even had a dream last night about being abducted by Manon. They did weird things to me. Oh. Sympathize with Sarona? I don't know. You're really easy to talk to, you know that. Husblades aren't robots. Well, I mean... how mad are we getting here? Sometimes you get a job you just don't feel like doing. But you get that we don't always have the luxury of being choosy. I feel way better about going now that you're coming along, though. Cleaner, nice views, mountains are great. I get a feeling we're actually going to be leaving a lot of these for the next time, because we're probably coming up in the end here before too long. But not just yet. I need to find out where I would need to go for the skill test thing. Still not skill or at Blade Tower, is it? Can't even go in here right now. I didn't find the guy at the hangar, I didn't find the guy at the in front of the barracks, I don't think. I actually haven't even looked there yet, so I guess I'll just double back.
I can help.
Actually, let me see what happens if I check the basic mission list here. New orders, yeah. Oh, to the briefing room for the details, yeah. Also, let's see. Get stuff that I can complete immediately. As usual. Hexagauges and gathered sandstorm etchings and gathered a suid fillet. And gathered Serpo silk. Let's check out the barracks and see. Just like anything different that we can look at in here. Nothing at all. Let's see. Do you see this guy?
Working hard out there?
He used to love as a blade. Second nature. Things are still a bit unfamiliar or crap about how Elma is too harsh. Yes, sure, would say second nature right now. Glad to hear it. Know you've been through the damn ringer lately, but you're still doing good work. Anything to ask me about? No need to hold back. Well, only natural for a commander to want to keep tabs on his people, right? Well, double the reward for your next mission. Would like to pilot a skill or if you're satisfied. Well, I guess we'll get to the point. But you didn't have one. You didn't even have a skill license, do you? Sorry about that. Need a license to pilot a skill, see? You'll issue them to blades with a proven track record. That way we know that you have the skill to make use of them. Tempted to issue you one right now, but against standard operating procedure. Would it be fair to the others? But clear the license exam and it's all yours. Boy. Each of the 8 divisions exams and obtain the 8 skill license certificates, really. I mean, I guess this is gonna be our current objective now. Division G exam from the Pathfinders. Interceptors, I guess we'll do these one at a time. Harriers, the Reclaimers, Curators, Prospectors, Outfitters, and I think the last one are the Mediators, yeah. Once you get your certifications done, go tell Walter in the hangars. And when you pass the final exam, you'll eventually be a skill pilot. Getting you in a skill will be good news for us blades too. But high hopes for you. Alright. Install a data proof. Apparently we did this one already. Complete the handyman on the pipsqueak and that's incredible. Just do a bunch of side stuff. See, doing all the side content paid off. And what about this one? Install a data probe at Frontier Nav Site 1170 in Primordia. Yep, way ahead of them with that too. But apparently those are the only ones we've done. What about the rest of these? Let's find out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 12 Blitz splatters in Noctilum, the Beach, Afsich, the Flash in Primordia's North Point Cave, appearance rare. That might take a while. Obtain the Solar Starship map in Noctilum's Humdrum Peaks. I guess that would just be like a red shiny or something. There are 3 big flea squashes in Oblivia. We're gonna have to be exploring Oblivia soon. We have to expand the like exploration percentage for that soon. Is Frontier enough to earn over 15,000 credits in a single return? Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit to set that up. Examination weapon from Talron Division Drive in the Administrative District. Let's start with this one. Looks like something we should at least be able to do now. Alright. Don't have any more Miranium right now, do I? Nope.
Am I right?
Alright, Towler. Must be the one undergoing the skill license examination. Work with the outfitters and product testing. Have 3 weapons for you today. You'll use one of them to hunt indigents. Remote weapon usage monitoring is a crucial source of data for arms manufacturers. Your cooperation in this process is most appreciated. Okay, so I have those. 3 giant Grexes in Primordia with a trial knife. 3 giant Grexes in Primordia with a trial assault rifle or a trial sword. Well, equip any of those right now. That's a question.
Great.
Well, not the arts, the ground gear. Trial assault rifle. apparently we can't equip the trial assault rifle currently. What about the trial sword or the trial knife? No, apparently they are not available with my current class. Guess we're gonna have to switch classes around for a little bit and try to figure out which ones they will work with. Because it doesn't tell you here, does it? Well, it's tells you the weapon type, which I guess is what you actually can use to figure out. It's gonna be either an assault rifle, longsword, or a knife. Should be able to figure out which of these classes will let us use those weapons. Okay, we can do it with the samurai gunner class. Or with the Psychoraptor or Mastermind class. I think we're gonna do this one first. So this way we can actually do both of those at once. Didn't change my... no, my armor. It's still the same, I'm pretty sure. Sure, the only thing that changes is the weapons. Alright, we're gonna have to try the assault rifle, which I guess is better than the most basic fucking thing that we have. That class, which is what we actually had before. Right, let's go kill some giant Grexes in Primordia with these weapons. There's something here. What is this? Oh, the mission we're working on right now. I wonder what level these giant Grexes are gonna be, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna be fine, just because we've been beating up Grexes in Primordia pretty much since we actually decided to first go out and actually do any kind of battle grinding this game. Ooh, it's a silver sword. It's actually gonna... no, apparently it's not gonna notice me even though I'm right here. And even though apparently it will aggro on sight with its massive level gap. Boy. Well, we fall down into this valley, which I'm pretty sure... Miano Hills. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure this is where the Plundered Ruin, where we like fought the prone for the first time, but apparently not. We can't solve that. Hold on. That's what I realized that I didn't even know what friggin' arts I have equipped. Which is okay, this stuff on the right side, I guess, it's these are the gun arts and these are the sword arts. 7 damage. Can apparently do any kind of different multiplier when I'm based on positioning, that's what I'm trying to say, but I'm completely distracted. Let's try the sword. Ooh. Yeah, surely I'll be fine. First. didn't fail that tap completely, did I? Really not on the ball when it comes to this. These cuties. Oh, there we go. Salted Subdur, even though I don't even know how many of those things I've taken down at this point. But at this point I would also like to imagine that whatever level the Grexes are going to be, they're going to be all the way up to level 30. Gonna be able to climb all the way up in this cliff top from this path, though? The answer is maybe yes. Alright. Actually be able to make it all the way up to where the ruin structure, I don't know. The thing that we saw from afar that looked like it might actually have a... Yeah, one of those salvage things that we might maybe possibly potentially be able to open up with our current stuff. Warlock Marksman, sure. Try to take you on. Look at the sitting duck and this giant freaking grenade blast that I just did to it from point blank range. Okay, that's like a big uppercut thing, except with a sword.
Wish I was this strong when I needed to be.
Oh well. And there we go. We're getting a level 3 and we got it. Research probe G5. So let me see. Because now that we've done that, let's actually try to approach wherever the place is where the Grexes live. We might have seen it from a distance already, but completely neglected to actually go there. But probably won't neglect to go here. Figure out whether or not we can grab this thing. And we can. Oh boy. I mean, Alcimius, but that guy is actually not that much of a scary thing to us anymore, because we actually are higher level at this point, and soon we will be even higher level. We are now, but where are these giant Grexes? Are they gonna be down there? I guess I must assume that. Yeah, there we go. That they are.
Let's get over there.
Let's get on with it.
Look at this sitting duck.
Shadow strike!
Arcing hole! Balance breaker! Got him! Lay down some cover fire!
Look at this sitting duck.
Not do any damage. What's that supposed to do? Like thermal damage, inflicts blaze, and boost damage versus top of target, so I don't know, maybe we inflicted blaze. Looks like we managed to inflict a few debuffs in that thing at least, but there we go. Well, apparently this doesn't count as cover fire. Even though it's charged with the gun. Oh, there we go. Didn't I grow the other Grex yet? And
Let's get over there.
Engaging! Lay down some fire!
Appreciate it.
Look at this sitting duck.
I don't know what else I was gonna say to finish that thought, but I guess it didn't matter.
When I hit hard.
boy. And there we go. Chop the tail again. Tootsie daisy, even though. Didn't really take advantage of the, or at least I didn't really take advantage from that topple. But I didn't necessarily actually wait for the second charge up on that double arch. Just do it immediately and then follow up with the other arts that benefit from the target being toppled. But for now, are we gonna find a third Grex? Because we do need to kill one more to complete this objective. I'm not really seeing it here. Should go in an entirely different location too. I'll try and see if we can find a final Grex, but apparently that would take us quite a ways away. Not really too much of a crazy ways away, but a little bit longer than I would like to travel right now. Pretty sure that there's only a couple of the giant Grexes that spawned up here, and then no more of them appeared again ever, even though we need 3 of them to complete their objective. That's kinda cruel. You know what, why don't I go ahead and look for them in the other site where they can apparently spawn. I come all the way up here, which is even further up to the northwest. And then try to approach the other location. Let's see exactly how that's gonna go. Don't know if it's gonna be on top of this cliff or what, but yeah, they are. I can see them already. Those are the level 11 Grexes, which I'm pretty sure will not even aggro to me at this point, so. It's biological thing, which I guess I already took care of. It's Radiant Saltat. Oh, it's on top of that pillar thing. There are also only 2 Grexes up here. I mean, I would need to kill 3. Oh shit. I just realized. Still do not know how to extend this thing. But hey, at least I got some use out of overdrive as opposed to just kind of letting it sit and not doing anything with it. Which is what happens most of the time. Okay, there we go. More experience, which is kind of like scratch experience at this point, isn't it? Well, not too much, but still. Oh, there's your melee attack. There's this attack. There's your third in a row melee attack thing that is in response to a soul voice. Alright.
go.
There we are. Let's grab a couple of other blue shinies that are up here, I guess, and then try and figure out what else to do to advance this little test, which I'm gonna be completing all of these right now just because I'm getting super low energy at this point. Probably not. And yeah, getting some of these is gonna take a while. Get 12 Blitz Blatters in Noctilum, and what's with the Solar Starship map thing in Noctilum's Humdrum Peaks? What do we achieve that? Let's see. So we have to go to a very specific place in Noctilum, which is, again, apparently... at least in the sort of initial area that we're in. Wait, what? Oh, it's this thing. Well, I would weaken them if I had any weakening arts, but I don't right now. Sure. Alright, there's recover fire. It really doesn't seem to do any damage if you ask me. Okay, there we go. Guess whatever level those things were, there wasn't low enough that they were at least not going to immediately just let us go. But let's go back to Winged Viper, since, you know, that's a class that we actually had active before. Gonna auto-equip the same stuff that I had before for the weapon. I get a feeling that's not the case. No, of course not. Is there a better option for us that give us a better basic attack power than 12? Well, there's this, I guess. 15. I guess must be... Wait, hold on. We can use these, which have an attack power of 40. Is that better than the stuff that we... Well, yes, apparently. Even though this would raise our total melee attack, I don't know how it would. Double twins apparently are better as far as the Kun. So I don't know, I'm just gonna trust the other numbers. I'll have back to this class for now, so... Hold on, what if I teleport up here instead, Tripod Rock, and try to double back from there? Try and figure out where I'm supposed to go to find this mystery item that I apparently have to find for one of the tests. Right, apparently it's something that's directly across from here, so... Maybe it's on this little strip of land. Oh, level 17. Are they ever on site still? No, apparently we're too high level for them to do that now. I guess 10 levels is more of a difference. One or two. We're not after this thing, are we? No, apparently we were after that thing. So that does take care of that, so... At this point I might just send up completing one more of these tasks and then call it. Defeat 12 Blitz Blatters in Noctilum, that'll probably be what I'll end up doing. where would I have to go to do that? I guess we'll teleport back down here to one of the first probe sites that we can get a quick trouble point to in this region, because apparently there's a few sites north and south of that where we can complete this objective. Let's see. So we'll start back here. What are Blitz Splatters, first of all? Do we know? Oh, there are freaking level 11 enemies. That's interesting. Actually didn't aggro the second one at all. That's a little surprising.
Appreciate my forte, but if you insist. Let's go.
Okay, how many of them do we need to kill? 12, so this might take a little bit. But well, there's a few more around here at least. Alright, so where's this salvage thing that we apparently still have not gotten? This thing, yeah. Logical level 1, so we really should have been able to get that by now. I suppose it was not to be, though. What about this other salvage thing that's apparently to the right of where we are, to the east? What could this be about? It's biological, also level 1, so how come we never got this one either? It's weird. I will attempt to move away from here and actually go to the northeast, points where these things show up, I guess. Oh boy.
Not what I was hoping to run into.
Well, not that I was hoping to run into either, but let's see if we actually have any kind of a hope against this thing now, or if it's just a completely hopeless task. I think that it's gonna be the latter, but I might as well confirm that, you know. At least I managed to get like part of its health down. It's technically better than nothing. Oh, but then I died. I just returned. For a fact that we're not going to be able to win that. Right, so we're back at the thing. She's gonna try to get past and actually succeed in not being detected this time, hopefully. Go ahead and swim behind this thing for once. Or for a change, I guess. Alright. On even farther north, because that's where these things gather, so it appears. Apparently in a cave. Okay, there's a couple. It's kind of ridiculous. These things are like stupidly low level, and yet these are things we have to kill in bulk, and yet, well, we're on the way to kill these things. We end up getting murdered by a bunch of other unrelated monsters. Which nevertheless end up making me feel like I shouldn't be getting murdered that easily by them, instead of the actually visible level difference.
Let's get on with it.
Nice. Let's do this fast.
Questions later. Now, my turn.
Thanks. Give yourself a boost while you're at it.
Thanks for the advice.
Balance breaker!
When I hit, I hit hard. Fire carnival! Yay! We win!
Okay then.
That's what I'm saying. I guess there's only a couple within that one zone. But put us at the halfway point. Oh, this is the cave where the Goblin camp is. I did not remember that location at all.
Unfortunately, but if you insist.
I owe you one. Here's.
Balance breaker!
So I'm allowed to go right.
Got him! Lay down some cover fire!
That's right, fire. Is it? Who built this column?
I'll take it.
Slash. When I hit, I hit hard.
First down!
When I hit, I don't hit with full force. Due to unfortunate placements.
Unfortunately, but if you insist.
Oh, there we go. 8 of 12 achieved. Is there anywhere else I can find these things, like a little further north maybe? Probably not. I pretty much have to return back to the south to find more of these things, which I probably will end up doing like twice in a row, just kill more of the ones that show up down here and then teleport again so I can presumably reload and have them appear yet again.
Let's get on with it.
Let's wake them up with some gunfire.
Shadow strike. Look at this sitting duck.
Appreciate it.
I'll be waking up all the endemic life here.
Balance breaker!
I'm feeling pretty, so I'm allowed to
Archie
go
core!
low.
First down!
This one's the big one. Moving close and attack. Right. Well, shadow strike. Nice. Move in and do some damage. When I hit hard. Yes. Follow with the melee.
And of course we woke up under these stupid flower creatures as well.
When I hit hard. We've got a way to go.
Nice work.
And there we go. See, there's a couple of these guys here, like 4 of them each visit, so
The early bird smashes the world.
I just realized that we're about to
So I'm allowed to go around.
Thanks.
want to hit the objective with these two anyway, so it literally doesn't matter. Why are you doing? Keep doing this. There we go. Do you have certification for completing the exam? And now there's only a couple more things to do. And we can look at them here, though. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm not doing any more of this right now. Schatskich the Flush in the North Point Cave in Primordia. It's apparently a rare appearance. There are 3 beagly squashes in Oblivia, which I guess we're gonna combine with our exploration of Oblivia by further the plot mission, and we'll turn out to earn over 15,000 credits in a single return. I guess it's gonna require a little fucking around with the probes and the return, but hey, we got some Miranium to spend, so let's just go ahead and spend that Miranium and the thing, and then we'll call it, because I'm getting really low energy here. Actually surprising I managed to almost go on until 2, considering how early I'd been getting sleepy these past few days. Due to forcibly forcing myself to... yeah, that wasn't a redundant thing at all. Forcing myself to revert to a more sensible sleep schedule, but hey. The important part now is going to be able to keep that up. Which might be doomed to failure, but the effort is what matters, right? But there we go, we got more than halfway done with 2 level 4 with Candid Incredible. I wonder if we're going to get more of those AMs or not. Probably not, but... let's go ahead and get into the Blade Barracks. I don't know if we're gonna want anybody else in our party soon. Let me look at my affinity chart real quick. Like, if we hit max out affinity with Elma or Lynn, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to. Or we're gonna want to basically kick them out of the party for as much as possible, just because that means that we're gonna have an opportunity to build up better affinity with other people. I guess Lau's probably gonna be hanging out more since we don't have a lot of affinity with him, but... okay, like, out of all these characters, which one... well, we can actually check here, can we? Can't actually check what level they are, that's a problem. Oh, well, I guess we just have to crapshoot it. I guess whenever we need to, or we want to figure out who to take into our party decks, we just go through these things and figure out which of these characters doesn't have any affinity. Liked Fog, I remember that much. Fryan, Bosse, and Yelv were just kind of obnoxious. This guy was really obnoxious, and I think I'm just gonna pretend like he doesn't exist for the rest of the game. But yeah, apparently we're gonna be hitting maximum affinity with Elma first, which probably shouldn't be surprising considering that she's one of the people that gets shoehorned into being one of your main people you end up hanging out with and interacting with for most of the game since the beginning. And there we went. And I can do it like the end of a Monster Hunter stream where I just do turn the camera to face those characters and let the music keep playing as I let you contemplate this frame and eventually just oh god damn it, hold on. Just did something I wasn't meaning to. Oh, there we go. Let you contemplate this as I eventually slyly just switch over to the end of the stream section, which I will do now, and will be not quite as sly as other instances because, you know, you have a separate what do you call it? Separate thing of the video capture thing on each scene so that I can actually restart it at will. Which can't really do when it's a global source, which sucks, but hey, whatever. Something that I wish I could adjust, but I can't. I just deal with it, but anyway. As I said, that's gonna be Xenoblade Chronicles X for now. Probably gonna be focusing a little bit more on the plot now, I guess. Trying to make the plot stuff available as soon as possible. I get the feeling that it'd probably be a good idea to leave a lot of this side content for a little bit further down the line, but... I mean, as far as getting the affinity missions to recruit more of these recruitable party members, like those I'm glad to get us to get done as quickly as possible, but sometimes there's like a big gap of when you're able to do one of the whatchamacallit, the affinity missions versus when you're able to do the next ones. I don't know, maybe after the next plot mission I should do more of a little scope to figure out which of the affinity missions I can do at that point, but I'll figure that out later. Right now I think I'm gonna be focused more on, you know, doing the scale thing and also doing the requirements for the next plot thing. I do want to keep that moving along. But anyway, that'll happen probably tomorrow, probably also at an inconveniently late hour, because I think there's gonna be another thing going on tomorrow night, as there usually is in the weekends. Every day, not all the time, but most of the time. But at any rate, I'll probably see you guys tomorrow with more Xenoblade Chronicles X. More trying to move this along, and then on the following week, yes, only a couple streams left that I can have of getting to 100% of Paper Mario, so I'll probably be doing that, and then who knows what I'm gonna be playing next, to be perfectly. I'm done with that, and then on the weekend keep Xenoblade X. Maybe I'll try to alternate a few things. I get the feeling it's gonna be quite a while before I'm done with you know, Xenoblade X at any rate, but yeah, we'll see. I think I have a vague idea of what I might want to do after Paper Mario, but like I said, you know, just like with trying to figure out what to do in Xenoblade X, we'll figure it out when we get there, but right now, since it's pretty sleepy, pretty quiet, I think I'm just gonna end the stream, so I'll take it easy. Thank you everybody for coming, like always. Thanks for chatting. Always wait whenever people chat, and as I've said, and as I will say again now, I will see you later.